Do. That's good. That's good. All right, give me just a second to get the game up. Well, to get my playback up first, then the game. Boom, 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 boom. Do an audio check. What's up, Space? All right. One sec.
Out. We had Chris McCoskey on that day of the Detroit News. He said, it just looked like it might be that dead arm period, and it's always good to remember there is that dead arm period for many pitchers during spring training. And he did not have his usual life on his fastball, but he mixed his pitches beautifully. 9 innings in 3 starts this spring for Matthew. He's given up 2 earned runs on
just doing an audio check
4
now.
Walks and 8 strikeouts. There's a lot to like about some of the pitchers.
All right, that's a good mix.
Spots in this rotation. We'll be talking about that. Evan Petzold of the Detroit Free Press is joining us.
You're the only one here
today.
Yeah, it looks like it.
But since we were last on the air, Tarek Skubal's start the other day in Clearwater was
I don't think anyone's going to come to the stream today.
Julio Teheran, who was a starting pitcher working out of the pen the other day.
If no one wants to watch.
Outing. Kevin Newman in the leadoff spot for the Pirates. The first pitch is a fastball strike.
What's up, Landon?
From Matthew Boyd. And we are underway.
All right, 0-1. Let's go.
Martin Stadium in Lakeland, Florida. So glad to have you along. Cloudy skies, 66 degrees.
It'll be Newman, Alford, Evans, and then Moran. I don't know. Tucker, Fowler, Olivia, Walters,
really
and Stokes Jr. with Boyd pitching.
Just 220, no power. He had been impressive in 2019.
I don't know,
for
Space.
The Pirates hitting over 300. With
you have to leave at 1:30. That's all right.
The 0-2. Backdoor.
What's up, Dominic?
Slider just missed away. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
How is that not a strike? All right, 1-2.
Brought to you by Little Caesars, a family-owned company. We're not big.
Finally not playing one of the same 3 teams that we always play, which is quite nice.
Again, tries to get him on the back door with a curveball this time. And it's quickly 2-2 after getting ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yo, what's up, Henry? Jared Goff is the best QB in the league in 2017. Henry's all trying to get Stokes behind it.
Swinging a foul out of play. Well back first base side.
So it'll stay 2-2.
Hitters in batting practice.
All right.
Again, this is a wind that's blowing straight in from left center at a healthy 15 to 20 miles an hour.
How is everybody today, though?
We saw, I think, one go over
your
the
Nats are playing the Marlins tonight at 6:05.
Absolutely correct.
How are you, Dominic?
Foul again out of play. Well back first base side, late on a 93 mile an hour fastball.
It looks like a Mets thing, or is it an anti-Mets thing?
Today, but unlikely.
I can't really tell.
The wind continues to blow in, and it's been very steady throughout the morning into the early afternoon. The 2-2 again.
Ball 3.
Ball down. This is a good at-bat for Kevin Newman.
Not good for us.
Hitter. He's up there to swing the bat. Doesn't walk a whole lot. If this next pitch is close, you would think he'll be swinging. Right-handed batter against the lefty.
And he lost him ball 4.
Off the plate inside. That's a heck of an at-bat for Kevin Newman. Works Matthew Boyd.
Boyd doing Matthew Boyd things.
And this guy doesn't draw many walks.
To be fair to Boyd, though, he's had a good spring. Like, other than like one bad start, the dude's actually been pretty good this spring. He's not exactly like he doesn't pitch well in the first inning. I've noticed he doesn't start the game well whatsoever, but it kind of elevates up.
He's mixing all 4 pitches. Conscious effort to mix them. He did that last year, but even more so this year. Doesn't look like he's got the feel yet on some days, at least, for that slider, which was such a big pitch for him. Anthony Alford at the plate. Waiver pickup last August from Toronto. But that pitch, he threw it last year, and it just wasn't the same pitch.
Yeah, I know. Just 12 days till the regular season. I know, man. It's coming soon, though.
Backdoor slider misses away, so he's missed with
Jesus
most
Christ,
of
more
his
balls, hell
so
yeah.
Far. Anthony Alford just
sucks this game isn't on
TV.
TV.
He's been in the major leagues for 4 years, parts of 4 years.
Tired of the games
About
like being
20,
on fucking
30
radio
at-bats.
and stuff.
That's it. Each year. 4 years in the major leagues, 88 plate appearances. That's it.
Hey, a strike. Look at
Swinging
that.
Foul out of play. He's got some skills. He's battling for the center field job, but he's
You're
never
excited for
held
opening
a
day?
regular job in the minor leagues.
I have no idea. I don't know. A lot of the
Last
times
time
guys
he played
like
in the minor
him
leagues,
just get
of course,
signed like right
2019
before the
for all these
season
guys who didn't
starts.
play in the major leagues last year.
If they're going to get signed, I don't.
Some extra base
Baseball's
power.
a
He's got
weird
speed.
sport.
Right-handed batter. Knees slightly bent. Bends at the waist toward the plate. Extends the hands away from the right shoulder as he cocks
The
the
2-1
bat
count.
over it.
Nobody out runner
Also
at first.
to drive Newman back. He's got speed, 16 steals in 2019, but caught 8 times.
Hamels, Porcello, Jeffrey. Yeah, exactly. Baseball's a weird sport where guys can be free agents for a while. Like literally right before the season starts.
Now we're ready. The 2-1. Fastball low and in. 3-1 on Anthony Alford. Kevin Newman, Alford, and Phillip Evans.
Doesn't look like
Expected to be
Boyd
on
has
the
got
opening
his
day
shit
roster
today.
For the Pirates, that's the top 3 in manager Derek Shelton's.
He's certainly not
lineup
pitching
today.
well early.
Colin Moran, one of the other regulars that came over
Moran,
from
okay.
Bradenton, is in the cleanup spot. Cole Tucker hitting 5th, and Dustin Fowler hitting 6th.
The strike
Also
2,
beat
full
breaking ball
count.
this time. Finally, he grabs that outside corner for a called strike. And the bottom part of
It
the
does
order,
appear, though, in that first
Jared
at-bat, he
Oliva-
was getting squeezed
Oliva,
rather hard
Tony
by the umps.
Walters,
He threw
and
2
Troy
balls
Stokes Jr.,
that
who
were
was
in the
the
strike
Tigers
zone that they called
system
for a
last
ball.
year.
Not really sure
Low
what
score, we're just
the
underway.
situation for
Lots
that
of
is.
pitches thrown already for Boyd. 8-pitch battle.
Yeah, I
with
think
Kevin
so,
Newman.
Henry.
He
I
drew a
think,
walk.
yeah, I
The
think you're right.
3-2 pitch to
I
Alford.
do agree
Keep
with
an
you. I
eye
think
on Newman
Scooball
not
makes them,
going
mine
anywhere,
doesn't.
swinging a high pop-up to left field. On a normal day, that might have threatened the warning track. But instead, racing in.
Yeah, what's
is
going on? There's
Grossman
nobody watching this.
to
Usually,
make the catch.
sometimes
about
it's a slow fill-in.
60 feet beyond the
Boy, oh boy,
infield
nobody's
dirt.
watching today.
His first step on that fly ball was back. That gives you an indication of how the wind is going to affect a batted ball today. Wow. That was not a pop-up off the bat on a normal day. But today, that was just a routine pop-up, and Grossman had to kick it into another gear to make the catch in very shallow left.
Is the game on like a free service today?
Spreads out, knees bent.
Yeah, Fulmer
Puts
might
that
not
upright,
make
extends
you
the hands
right.
away from the right shoulder.
Let me see something.
The first pitch, there's a good
Something ain't right
curveball
here.
from
The
Matthew
views
for a
are
called
really
strike.
low right now.
Pirates in their gray uniform pants with the gold piping down the sides. Spring training black jerseys with the gold P on the left side of the jersey. The strike 1. Swing and a miss. Good-looking fastball. Tied him up right in on the hands.
What's up, Don? How's it going?
Evans just 39.
But yeah, I agree.
last year,
Fulmer's.
AAA.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
He's
with
past
Mike.
prospect status at 28. AAA in 2019 hit 280 with some power. As we said, Newman's a base stealing threat, but
What's up, Kevin?
Matthew Boyd's move to home has him locked at first. The strike 2. Swinging a little tap foul. You can see Newman going back toward first base.
Going good too.
as
It's going
Boyd is
good too.
delivering the pitch, and we see that.
Not
a
really
lot
sure I
with
want to
Wilson
do
running.
this stream. If it doesn't start picking up by like 2 o'clock, I might dip out of here.
Usually, if lefties are easy,
There's
to
just
run
other
on, it's
fun
because
things I
that
can do
base
this
runner at
afternoon.
first
It's really
read
nice.
their move
See,
and
I
go
think half
first
the reason
move
is it's like a beautiful day
because they know
outside.
what
That's
that
like a big
move is. They
problem.
can recognize it when he's throwing over, when he's going home.
Turan will probably make the
Clearly,
rotation. Yeah, I hope he does too. He's
not able
pitched
to read
well.
Matthew Boyd.
And it's not
Phillip Evans
anything
swings and
personal with
fouls it
the
out
view.
of
I think
play.
it's mainly. I think everyone's
With the
just
proposed
outside.
rule
It's like
changes that
really
they're trying
nice
out in the
today.
minor leagues this year, the rule changes that you've heard
I think it's
about
like
are being tried
almost
out at
60 degrees up by me. I don't know
all
about by
different
you guys,
levels. A ball all the way to AAA.
but the weather
One of
is
those
is
rule
gorgeous
changes
today,
is you
and
will
it's
no
the first day
longer
of
be able to
spring.
do what Matthew Boyd does, which is lift that right leg.
It's like a
Calls
0-2
for a
count,
beat,
1 out
and
runner
then
at
show
first.
over to pick
I don't
off
think
a
the guy
runner.
stole or anything.
The 0-2.
Like
There
I
goes
said, I'll
Newman,
stick
pitches
around
up
for a
and
little
away, throw
while.
down to second base, and no chance.
Yeah,
at
they
all.
stole
He
it.
picked the right pitch to go on. It was a floating curveball at 74, and Ramos.
Yeah,
just
Sam.
held on
Oh,
to
you sprained your
that
ankle.
ball.
Damn, that sucks.
And again,
Damn, that's
the
the
case,
most
probably where
unfortunate
Newman did
shit.
read the move.
Stolen
Matthew
base. It'll
Boyd.
be
Generally, he's
1-2
been
count
very
now
good
though
at
too. So it'll be a
opening
ball
that
and a
base
stolen
runner
base.
at first and rarely see anybody even attempt to steal on him.
Yeah, Morgan, more the baseball crowd. Early morning, the baseball.
Figured something out. They ran on
contingent.
him, and then the league started to run on him. He's fixed whatever that flaw was. 1-2 on Evans. The pitch, way inside. Jumps
2-2.
out of the way of a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Boyd sure the fuck is laboring through this inning. One out here in the top of the first. This is just the second batter of the game, or third batter of the game. It is Evans. Phillip Evans.
Now the 2-2.
It is nice that the regular season's, like the guy said, 12 days away. We play April 1st, so
this is a more
can't wait for that.
Hitter. He can work an at-bat.
Let's see when that is. A
AJ
Thursday?
Hinch says he wants his guys to be able to go by the end of spring, hopefully 4 or 5. He said,
when is
you
Easter?
Can build up to being a 6-inning starter by working 4 or 5 in spring training. The 3-2
is Easter the 4th or the 11th?
Nope.
I know you guys. It's Sunday.
Out of the glove of Ramos, but it was a swing and miss on a changeup.
Yeah, it's almost opening day. April 1st, man. Thursday.
So an 8-pitch battle. Newman walked. He's now on second after the steal. 6-pitch battle. Alford hit the ball hard, but it
4th. It's the first Sunday.
And now
2 down.
Phillip Evans sees 7 pitches before striking out on a changeup.
Why can't you go anymore, Henry? That sucks. All right,
2 outs. It brings up the
Colin,
first lefty in the lineup, Colin Moran.
Moran. Sorry, sometimes I can't say certain last names till I hear them, and I don't know. Moran is one of them. I'm still not saying it right.
Slider down and away. Ball 1. Tiger shift 3 to the right.
1-0.
Set the defense behind Matthew Boyd for you. It's Scope getting the start.
You weren't. Dude, that's so shitty. You didn't get to keep your tickets. That sucks, man.
Is getting the start.
Do you get to go to a different game or anything like that?
Going to move back
season ticket holders first.
Like
that makes sense. They gotta cater to them assholes first.
At short, Paredes at second, Cabrera's at first.
But I mean, fair is fair. They paid a fuckload more money than either one of us.
Moran.
So, and those guys, I think season ticket holders got to pay it all up front too. So it's not like they're like paying as they paid a shit pile of money up front. So
left-handed bat. Outfield with that wind blowing in is in. Straight
at least, I think because of COVID still, they're not allowed to do blackouts. Like, I think they're not allowed to, utilize blackout rules.
Grossman and left, Jones and
so I don't, they can only have so many, like, if they have max capacity, which they will, for what they're allowed to have, they can't technically hit that blackout, right?
4-mile-an-hour range.
2 down, runner at second. 2-1 count here for Moran.
Most of the time.
Moran.
Scope, the lone infielder on the left side, again playing third today. He's off the line, has to stay toward third of that.
Fucking one, it's 1 or 2.
Fastball swinging a foul back to the screen. So the
2-2.
fastball's been 89 to 93 so far for Boyd today, and we just mentioned that because when he gets
it might just be a
2-1.
Okay, 2-2.
Remember in 2019, he was coming out of.
Dude, Boyd's weird because sometimes he just like snaps back into it and starts pitching well. You know what I'll do? I'll do this game until they start pulling the regular starters, and then I'll probably dip out today. I don't feel like watching like the remainder of like the struggles make the team. It's gonna be a foul. That's out.
Going out his Scope, but Grossman will come in and make the catch. And very
all right, Boyd gets out of it, I guess.
Pop-up. Also knocked down by the
Boyd just sucks weirdly at the beginning of the game. He can't pitch. Whatever, we'll go to the bottom of the second. I have to mute it because it's a commercial break. Boyd somehow wiggles the fuck out of a really weird start to the game. I'll give you the lineup in a sec. I might go disc golfing today. I haven't gone discing in a while. Different lineup here today. It'll be Jacoby Jones, Candelario, and Scope. Followed by Cabrera, Willie Castro, Wilson Ramos, Mazzara, Paredes, and Grossman. The lineup is starting to. This is more correct. This feels like it could be a regular lineup with Nunez playing somewhere in there as well. Reyes too. Jacoby Jones and Victor Reyes are probably in a little bit of a competition right now, I would argue. What's up, baby? Yeah, Boyd's weird, dude. He can't pitch beginning of the game. He is probably the worst starting pitcher. Like, the first inning is dude, watch. He's going to come out in the second and throw 10 pitches and get 3 outs. It's like clockwork with this dude. As the game goes on, he gets better and better and better. But he's got to get through the beginning. He's like the reverse of a lot of relievers, right? Like, the first time through the lineup, Matthew Boyd is kind of shitty and cheeky. And then, like, the second time through, he gets better. The third time through is probably his best to run through a lineup. That's a sign of a good starter. That's probably going to become a good starter. But he really can't start a game off very well. It's kind of, remember Verlander? First inning. What was Justin Verlander's worst inning? Tell me. We all know what it was. What was if you're going to get Verlander, when do you get him? Really early. The second he starts throwing, you have to hit him. And guess what Matthew Boyd's is? Same thing. It's almost this. It's turning into the same thing, and that's a lot of really good starters, by the way. If you don't get them early and they settle into like the second or third, if they can get out of the first inning with the way Boyd did, they really do turn it up.
For you against the
there we go.
31-year-old native of
pitching
Las
for us
Vegas,
is pitching against
Anderson
us is
his first year with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, Tyler Anderson.
Came up to the Colorado system.
Yep. Okay. So it'll be again Jacoby Jones, Candelario, Scope.
His last 3 starts.
And Cabrera, Willie Castro, Ramos, Mazzara, Paredes, Grossman.
Strike. It's a low
strike
90s fastball. It's mostly kind of
Green's not been bad.
Mostly.
I don't think Green was disappointing at all. Actually, in my opinion, I think Green played all right. He did good. He played great defensively. He didn't hit it as well as we thought, but he's still going to go to Double-A, from what I've heard. One away. Torkelson didn't hit. Torkelson needs to go to Single-A.
Anderson in Colorado, and you always
Tork needs to go spend some time seeing some pro pitching. That's all.
Year in and year out.
He needs a year of just seeing fast, really good pitching for a minute. And Torque will be all right because he showed signs that he's going to be good. He actually played really good defensively when he got the opportunity, and like he showed, he has got a pretty good eye at times. But Torkelson needs a little bit of time with some pitching. Single-A is probably the best option, sadly. If he would have hit like 250, I would have been like, dude, send him to Double-A. He's good. He's hitting. But no, Torque needs to hit. That's the difference between major league pitching, even the fucking like the worst pitchers you'll see up at the camps, compared to college. They mowed his ass down compared to 20-year-old Riley Green, who hit pretty all right. Can't he get out too? Jesus Christ.
One of the fastest growing companies.
Yeah, 2 down already. Jesus. Hell yeah, Tigers. All right, it's going to be one of these games, is it, Detroit? That's all right. It's spring training. It sucks that Candelario swung at the very first pitch he's seen from the right-handed. Strike one to Scope.
Castro, Ramos in the middle of the order for A.J. Hinch. Mazzara, Paredes, and Grossman 7, 8, 9. Jonathan Scope.
That's all right. Candy can't hit from the right side.
Grossman,
Candelario, Miggy, Scope, Nunez, Mazzara, Ramos, Castro, Jones, pitching Boyd. I'm wondering if Reyes winds up making the starting lineup over Jones. We'll see if that's kind of like a competition or a platoon situation where Jones has to play well or Reyes. That'll be the third out.
He fields and flips to first. What a contrast in half.
Wow, that's the first inning. We'll go to the top of the second. I'm wondering also if Paredes. I don't know if I think Paredes. Yeah, I think opening day. I think you're correct, and I wonder if Paredes. Yeah, I forgot Scopes there. Paredes will make the team, and he'll be nipping at the heels of many of those fucking guys. He'll be the utility infielder because he can play every position except catcher and first. Experience. Like, I think Goodrum, Paredes will be bench guys. Reyes will be a bench guy. Let's see. There's 9 starters. 1, 2, 3. That's all of them. No, they're going. What are they going? 12 and 13. So I think that's it, right? It'll be Goodrum, Paredes, and Reyes, right, as bench dudes. And the backup catcher, Griner, probably. That's the bench, right? That's probably the team, right? That's probably what that starting lineup. Paredes, Reyes, Badu, Griner. Oh yeah, okay. I forgot about Badu too. Yeah, that's probably it. And what about Goodrum, though? Are they allowed to have more than 25? That's the question. Are they allowed to have more than 25 because of COVID? Is it 28? 26? Fuck. And how? I don't know how the Tigers are doing it. Or are they doing 28 again? Because if it's 28, it's 14-14, and that actually solves a lot of problems for the Tigers.
From our convenient pizza portal, or
but yeah, a lot of those guys like Garcia, he's not going to make the team. You know, it's a commercial break, by the way. It's about to be back on. 28 in call-ups. Should be 32 in call-ups or 30 in call-ups.
Yard. How the Detroit
3, 2, 1.
Blue Shield of Michigan, the official health.
All right, it'll be Tucker, Fowler, and Olivia for the Pirates.
Fly ball deep
Obviously.
is left center field off the
Boyd
bat
gave
of
up the
Cole
homer.
Tucker, and on the run, Jacoby Jones. He lunges, but he won't get it. Ends up on the warning track, rounding second, heading to third. The locks are flowing as the helmet flies off. Cole Tucker slides in safely with a leadoff triple here in the second.
Oh, great.
Inning. Well, that ball
All right,
was
Boyd.
absolutely crushed. And you
Gee,
know,
at least
if the wind blowing in knocks it down and Jacoby still can't get to it, that's how hard that ball was hit to the gap in the deepest part of left
all right,
center.
at least it
On
was just a
normal
triple
day,
and not a run. But you can
say
get out
no
of a
wind even
triple.
blowing out, but no wind blowing
It's
in. That ball is
not very
easily
likely, but you can. By the way,
onto
tonight we're
the
going to do a
berm.
GTA
That's a
stream.
Heck of a swing for Cole.
That'll be
Tucker,
pretty fun.
jumping on the first pitch here in the second inning.
Could be pretty
from
fun.
Matthew Boyd. It's the big thing that everybody's watching with Matthew. We know the problems with the home runs he has allowed the last couple of years.
Yeah, because he
Dustin
doesn't throw
Fowler
hard.
takes slider that misses
Ball
low
one.
and away. Another lefty with Oakland at AAA the last couple of years.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it like statistically
2019.
like Boyd struggles against left-handed pitching
1-0.
or hitting for some reason?
Slider
Like,
on the
Boyd, you're
outside
left-handed.
edge.
What are
Joe
you
West is our
doing?
home plate umpire, veteran crew today.
You know who
Jared
has a
Lane
cool windup
and
is Tarek
Diaz
Skubal,
are
dude. He's
one
got like
stat
the
working
classic
the
like
bases.
high-ass
Hunter's
leg
at
kick.
first right now, Laz at second. And
The Skubal has such a goofy-ass delivery, dude. I enjoy everything about
The
Skubal. He's
1-1.
becoming quickly my
Swing and a
favorite
tap
young
foul.
player on the team. From the fact
Right
his
at
name
home
is
plate.
Tarek Skubal and he looks
With
the way he
Oakland
does,
at AAA,
I'm
Fowler's
like,
25 years
that's just
old
not
now.
his name. That
5
doesn't
home
seem
runs, big
correct.
power jump for
It
him.
his name should be
This in
like
the home run
Tyler
department.
Smith.
In Tigers draw
Like
the
it's
infield
just
in. You
nothing
can see
about
there's
like
A.J.
the way
Hinch
he
draw the
looks
infield
doesn't
in
match the
from
name. He
first
looks
inning
like the
on.
kid that sings that waterfall
third,
song
nobody
in that
out.
movie
The
with
1-2.
about the criminal family. Like it's
Slider
like a
down the
family
wedge.
that does
Doesn't
criminal
look like
shit.
he's
I don't
like
remember
the
Meet the something or no.
Matthew Boyd wants. He's not getting
But he looks exactly like
the
that
back
kid from that
door
movie, which
call.
is really funny to me.
to righties, and he's not getting the swing and miss
I don't remember the name of the
by
movie.
lefties. He's throwing it a lot
It's got Jennifer
in the early
Aniston,
going. From the
Emma
stretch,
Roberts.
third base side of the rubber.
that weird looking
He
kid
sets,
that looks like
holds
Tarek
the glove away from the
Skubal.
letters. The 2-2. Slider backs up on him, up and in.
Hold on. What's the count? Is it 3-2?
3 balls and 2 strikes on
You
Fowler.
got to strike his ass out.
Lefty against lefty. Kind of a big early pitch for Matthew Boyd, the 3-2. He got him on the outside corner.
Hey!
Scored a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
There we go. Struck his
in
ass
and
out. There you
just
go.
Nicked the outside
Gotta
corner,
get the
much to the
strikeouts.
chagrin of Dustin
We're the
Fowler.
Millers. That's what the
He thought
movie
he'd
is.
drawn
You guys
a
remember the
walk,
movie
but
We're the
Joe West
Millers?
Paused
Hold on. I'm going to do something.
and then rang him up. Big first out. Now Jared Avila steps to the plate. Oliva.
Told you.
You
Look
want
at
to
this
say
fucking
Oliva
dude.
so
It's literally
bad,
just
it looks like
Tarek
it's gonna be
Skubal. He was in this
Oliva.
movie, I'm pretty
Same
sure.
spelling, but it's
That's him.
Oliva.
That's 100% just
First
Tarek
pitch.
Skubal.
To Jared. Misses away.
Here's him
ball
as a
one.
grown-up. It's
Infield
just Tarek
stays in
Skubal.
tight. Scope at third. Castro.
Sign
at
Fat
short,
Rat. Yeah,
Flores
Randy
at
Bullock. We
second.
got a GOAT
No
pitcher
shift.
now. I'm pretty
Flores
sure
throws
that's
it right
just
up to the
Tarek.
edge of the
Look at
infield
here's him
grass.
even more grown up.
Boyd sets right against lefty in this battle. The 1-0.
It's fucking hilarious.
Strike on the inside corner. Lots
I can't
of
be the only
sliders
one
on
who
both
sees
sides
that
of
and
the
goes, well,
plate.
that's weird.
Maybe
Wonder if
starting
he has to
dial
deal with
it
that
in.
his entire life.
27 pitch first inning.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Now,
Lions are
man
doing
at
at kicker.
third, no
That's
score. Tigers and Pirates.
They seem to have a good eye for kicking, so I'll let them
Lead
do
puts
whatever
the
they're
left
going to
shoulder
do
as
and
he
not
cocks the bat
criticize
high
it.
over the right.
One out,
He's
runner
got a
at third.
92 plus 2 up
1-1
and
count.
in, but now he's got the good hitters count.
Olivia up.
Just 16 at bats of the
Oh, it's
Pirates
2-1
last year
now.
for Oliva. 277 in 2019.
Oh, it's Oliva. See what I mean?
A little bit of extra base power.
Oh, the fuck would I know that's pronounced? Oh, I guess there is another eye. I got bad eyes, by the way.
Backdoor slider for a called strike. This is something.
2-2.
Slider after slider after slider from Matthew
Watch Boyd strike this motherfucker out, too. You got to strike him out, too, Boyd. Then you can get a pop out and win this motherfucking inning. Because Matthew Boyd is the most... It doesn't make sense. Every other pitcher gives this run up, by the way.
Long way. It would just spin and sit on a tee.
If he gets out of this, it's hilariously
2-2.
on brand.
Changeup misses low and away.
Full count.
Didn't miss by much. Look at all the 3-ball counts, though. Every batter in the first inning saw at least 5 pitches.
Pirates
Fowler has seen
need Stan
6
Belinda back.
Oliva will see at least 6. Here in the
Pirates need a
second.
whole goddamn new team. This whole fucking... They're like the only
The 3-2.
team that I think that's worse than
Swing
us.
Ground ball, foul.
Oh, that's
Down the
good.
first base line.
So you strike him out. Got to get a
Almost
strikeout.
Going opposite to the opposite field. Almost put it right over the bag. Miguel at first base today, getting a lot of starts at first. It's been a couple
Yeah,
times a
which is
week.
weird. He's
I
not
would
going to
say
play
on
a
average
single
during the
regular
spring.
season unless he plays in the National. Well,
loves it.
National.
He
I guess they need
loves
him in the
being
National
in the
League.
field.
So
A.J. Hinch knows that, so he's balancing that love of being in the field and how it helps him.
yeah, there's
perform
always
and
the
maybe
Orioles. Yeah, I
lifts
mean, I
his
think they're the
offensive
third
game
worst
with
team, but
trying to make sure that Miguel, who will turn 38
at least they got something
in
going.
April, stays healthy all year.
If Davis plays good, you guys could have a good year.
Oliva waiting on another 3-2. Ramos setting up low and away. The pitch, swinging a ground ball to third. Scope will field go home, and that's an easy play at the plate as Tucker is cut down.
There you go.
Contact
What
play,
what an idiot.
and
Why did he
Scope just
go
took his
home on a
time.
ground ball to the
To a
third
strike
baseman?
To home to Ramos.
All right, I'm going on
That was
contact.
5-3.
Not to the third
Oliva
baseman.
is safe at first. 2 outs. A man on
Boom.
first, and
For some reason, that never
Jay
works.
Hinch
You
likes
never,
to play that
you're just
infield
never
game.
gonna,
Rare
because
to
it's
see a
like the
contact
throw's
play
coming
where
to the catcher and you just
balls
can
hit
drop
softly
down
to
and get
third.
him.
I mean, Tucker had absolutely zero
Davis, yeah,
chance
maybe he'll,
to score,
get the
but
bat
that's,
off his shoulder
organization
and
kind of plays that differently.
try. I don't know.
Reading the ball off the bat where it's hit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just as soon as
We've
it's
we've
contact,
just
you
been
go.
just as bad. It's been a goddamn nightmare for some of these teams.
So the
Pirates,
infield can back up.
Tigers,
Another lefty, Tony
Orioles.
Walters steps to
I guess the
plate.
Rangers have been down bad lately.
Catcher
so
for the Pirates and Colorado the last 5
I'm pretty
years.
sure the
Defensive
Rockies are about to
catcher.
collapse into the basement
up
of the
by
major
Pittsburgh in
leagues
the
after getting
offseason.
rid of
Flip over to
or
first, right,
Aaron.
Oliva back.
What the fuck? How do you say it?
He's a
Arenado.
speed guy. He wants to run. He stole 36.
We're at least coming up, and you guys have, I think, the
2019
number 1 rated
Triple
farm
A.
system. It's you guys or Kansas
Tiger
City.
shipped
I
3 to
can't
the right.
remember who got
Scope is
number
the lone
1.
infielder on the left side, so he's
Um,
basically playing shortstop right now.
Tigers got number 2. The prospect rankings just came out. Tigers have
They've got
4 or
him picked
5
off.
guys in the
Quick
top
flip over
30.
to
Very
first.
happy about that.
Cabrera will run toward second, and Willie Castro will catch
Oh, they
it
picked the
and
guy
run
off,
him
too.
Back to first, tag him out about 10 feet from the bag.
Oh, the Rays have number
Matthew
1.
Boyd picks off.
Oh, you're good, MLB.
Jared
How's it going, man?
Oliva to end.
Rays got
the top
1.
of the
Tigers
second
got
inning,
rated
a
number 2.
leadoff triple,
Very happy to
and
see
the
that. Arenado won't be Arenado in St. Louis. I'm wondering how he plays there, but I'm gonna guess fairly well. It's a commercial break. I'm gonna mute it because I don't really care for these commercials. The Tigers got out of a leadoff triple. That is very on brand for Matthew Boyd. Somehow stranding a leadoff triple by getting the guy at home plate on and out, and then getting a guy stealing. So Matthew Boyd wiggles out of yet another weird inning. Cabrera, Castro, that's Willie Castro. I don't even know if Harold Castro's still on the team. It's Cabrera, Castro, and Ramos. They might have sent Harold down to the mini option, mini camp or whatever you call it, AAA. They might have just sent his ass to AAA. 2019 Arenado batted .351 at home and .277 on the road. Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing everyone's been talking. They've been pointing out that those 2 stats right there. And I'm like, so it's kind of like he's not going to be as good when you get him. It's kind of like somebody pointed this out. It was like Nunez or somebody like that they didn't play very well for at home, like on the road, but like when he was in Baltimore, he like kicked the shit out of the ball. The Stafford goodbye vid. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a little much. I was like, Brady didn't even release a goodbye video this goddamn sad. when he dipped out on New England, he's like, "See you guys." But it was real heartfelt, good nature. You know,
go do something.
It's just like when Brady left New England, all we got was a nice Instagram post. Stafford made a whole 10-minute video that was super well produced. It was very nice, though. It was a very nice gesture by Stafford for his 10-59 against winning teams as a quarterback for the Detroit Lions. It's been a good run. Jared Goff has beat more winning teams than Stafford already, and he's only been in the league for 3 years.
Good job.
4 years.
Boyd picking off the base runner to end the
No,
top
sorry,
of
I'm
the
sorry.
second
What is
inning.
that, 6
Great
years
job
now?
out of
7
the man
years
on third,
for Goff?
one out jam.
When did he get drafted?
Miguel
2015?
Cabrera steps to the plate, and he takes a strike. Cabrera, Willie
He might be at
Castro,
7
and
years
Wilson
already.
Ramos.
He's literally, I
Here
think
in
he
the
might have been
second
drafted
inning.
in 14.
Six-pitch first inning.
Strike one to Cabrera.
Tyler Anderson. Cutter. Foul tip to the glove of the catcher, Walters.
Yeah, it's 2014
no
through
balls and
16,
two
one of
strikes
those years.
On Miguel. This Tigers
Now I know why
offense
truckers
has
hate
gone
Dot. Why do they hate Dot?
over the last
But yeah, that is
7 games.
Detroit's best
Strike two,
quarterback.
line
Though.
drive to left field, hit hard,
Hey.
going back is Fowler, and he'll make the catch.
Ah,
Ball on a
Cabrera
normal
flew out.
day is either out or because it was hit on a line.
So 6
bangs
years
off the
for
wall
he's
and
coming
left,
up on
and
his
it's
6th
an
year
easy
almost.
play
Wow.
for Fowler.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But when
Goff's
you're
already
4
6
for
years in.
25
Jesus Christ,
and
dude.
still kind of getting your swing to where you want it to be.
That's
Miguel
to me. That's crazy to
probably
think he's
happy with
already
that at-bat.
been in the league that long. Wow.
You really, for him, you're counting the good swings in terms of
That first
hard
year he was in the
contact.
league was hilariously
Earlier in the
bad,
spring, the
though.
good signs are when he starts driving the ball to right
Then I think
center and
McVay
right
got
with
involved,
authority.
and they
He's
got
done
that whole thing cleaned
That
up,
time he
and
pulled-
within a little short time they were in a Super Bowl.
Looked like a cutter inner half of the plate and ripped it to left field.
You're 42 pounds overweight, and I cannot move
That's
until I
his
get
bat
42
at
pounds off the
104
truck or
miles
wait
an
for a
hour.
permit. Wow.
But again, this offense really.
Yeah, that'd be
struggled.
slightly frustrating, Morgan.
Remember
I would
that
hate that shit too.
AJ Hinch hasn't had his regulars. Willie Castro
So basically,
had
you need to
righties,
take a
so
giant
lefty
shit
swings and fouls it out of play.
4 times and lose
Where Willie
10 pounds of
Castro
shit, or
hits
10
in
point.
the lineup will likely be determined by lefty-righty starter. AJ Hinch
10.2,
likes him
10 point,
from the
yeah,
left side.
10.2.
So far, better than the right, but he just
And you
hasn't
lose all that
seen
weight.
many at-bats from the
10.1.
right side. Willie Castro's given every indication he can hit quite well from the right side. 9 for 23 last year. He swings and taps one foul, but he'll probably hit lower till further notice.
Oh no,
In the order,
10.25
batting
pounds
right-handed,
each time.
Betting lefty, pretty good chance most days we're going to see Willie Castro in the 1, 2, 3 spots. Seems like A.J. Hinch really likes the look of Grossman, Candelario, Castro on most days. Cutter in, has him jumping back out of the way. Tigers in their home white
Oh, it'd be
uniform pants,
10.50.
so the dark blue spring training jerseys, the Old English D in white. Letters and numbers.
Can you
on the
just
back also in white.
take a handful of whatever's in there and
Fastball
just
misses
like
a little bit low.
chuck off
Willie
42
Castro took a
pounds
step
onto
forward
the
that time
side
in
of the
dugout.
road, and then
He
like
thought he just
when
been
they all
thrown
run
out.
away, when they
Joe
when
West
they
said,
get
"No,
far enough
so
away
that's
from me,
why
you just run back and put it
balls
back
and
in the
2
truck,
strikes.
and then
No
just
score,
drive off
second
real
inning,
quick.
four down so far against Tyler Anderson. He's going to be a part of this rotation for the Pittsburgh
Like, oh, I'll
Pirates.
just throw it off here to the side, dude.
The 2-2. Swinging a little fly ball softly into right. He kind of
Yeah, that's gonna be the
served
second
that
out of
to
the inning.
Oliva in right field.
So Castro
Had a nice
flies
slice
out.
to it, and Oliva started to his right, stopped, and it just came right to
Ramos
his
will
glove
come up
without
with 2
another
outs
step.
in the inning.
2 up, 2 down, second inning, no score. Tigers.
This
and
game I'm not
Pirates.
going to do all the way
Good
through
swing
today,
for
you
Willie
guys. I'll
Castro.
go as long as they keep the regular players in. As soon as they
Ramos 7
start
for
putting in the
25 this spring
fucking
with a home run.
the guys who are going to be cut in a week, I
You
don't
could
give a
say This
shit.
guy's going to certainly solidify that catcher spot in terms of some production.
Well, yeah, Ramos is the starter,
no
clearly.
production from the catcher spot the last
We
2 years.
pretty sure Griner's going to be the backup. He
Ramos
probably won that
swings
job.
and misses,
He's
and the
hitting.
fastball up. It's
I don't
a
know
low
what he's.
90s
I don't know if he's
fastball,
still
cutter
hitting in the
60 miles an hour.
700s.
Below
But prior to
that,
getting whapped in the face with the baseball,
for
he was
Tyler
hitting very
Anderson.
well.
And then the changeup really is an unusual 3-pitch mix.
What a fucking
Changeup,
idiot,
which he
Griner.
throws about.
He really was.
100
He
times,
really
is
didn't have
60
one of
miles an
those
hour
helmets
below the
that wrapped
fastball.
around his face before he got hit too.
Strike on the inside corner. One ball.
It's like
and
Grayson,
one
what are you
strike.
doing? Like you like are. You've seen
1-1.
your teammates get
The
hit in
line
the
drive
face.
Past.
Hey.
diving Newman at second base into right
You got a
center
hit.
field. Over to field it is Alford. Ramos
Oh.
with a sharp line drive single.
Hey, there we go,
Sliced
base hit.
it
There we go.
Just out of the reach of a.
Oh God, I hate the
Diving
radio. I'm getting
Kevin Newman.
that's a big problem too. It'd be nice if this game was
Three
on
hard hit
television.
balls this inning against Tyler Anderson.
Let me check for tomorrow's game.
That brings
I
up
hope
Nomar
tomorrow's game is
Mazara.
on TV. Mazzara's up. I'll be quiet for a second.
Pirates will shift 3 to the right. Again, it's Evans at third, Tucker at short, Newman.
Oh, hell
at
yeah.
second,
Game's on
and
TV
Moran at
tomorrow.
first. Tucker
NBC
joins
Sports
Newman
Philadelphia.
and Moran on the right side.
Well, that's
of the
cool. At least
infield.
we'll have a way to watch the game.
Mazara also.
So that'll be a
Few
lot more
at-bats
bearable
this
than
spring.
listening to the goddamn
Fastball
radio.
Up and in. So for all the struggles of the offense, you think, okay, Scope and Mazara, 2 regulars, really haven't been in camp.
Ball one, I guess.
Kobe Jones has struggled rather.
It's kind of a bad
mightily.
call, but apparently this guy
Slicing
doesn't
foul
call
out of
certain
play.
pitches.
The hitting, the
1-1.
best hitters in camp.
2
so
outs
far
for
have been
Mazzara
Jamer
here in the bottom of the
Candelario.
second. 0-0 game
That's been
between
yet
the
to say it.
Pirates and
Mostly
Tigers.
singles for Jamer. He's
Pirates
still
have
had
literally
9 home runs.
stranded very good
Again,
opportunities
the
to
stroke
score
looks good, and
runs.
it looks like he's going
but
to pick up
it's the
where he left
Pirates,
off from
so
last year. Willie Castro's been the
you
Tigers'
get what you
best
get.
hitter, along with the Rule 5 pick.
Similar to us. The offense is going to be...
Akil Baddoo has been the talk of camp. The talk because he
100% he has
roster
been.
be offered back to the Twins. And
Yeah,
right
Baddoo
now,
is
hard to see
100%
him
making
being
this
offered
team,
back
by
to
the way.
Twins. Swinging a tap foul because of how
That'll
he
be
has
1-2.
performed. And think about it. If you draft a Rule 5 guy and he hasn't played above A ball, you're taking a big risk. So what you're saying is you've got to prove with your skills and your performance that you...
I don't know what the hell he showed to whoever he
Take an
showed
open
it
base
to,
spot
but, like,
from
goddamn, he
somebody who's
made
got
an
more
impression.
experience.
Got the call over, and
And that's about the only way you're going to make the team. Well, Akil Baddoo has been the Tigers' best hitter, arguably, with Willie Castro this spring. And he's
you know how pissed off Minnesota is that we Rule 5'd his ass from their minor league system, probably?
It's very hard to see how he couldn't make the
So
opening
that
day
to me,
roster.
that's hilarious that we just took him from Minnesota.
Fastball
That makes it
going
even
away,
better.
2-2
We
on
have to keep
Mazzara.
him. Because if we keep him all year and then he just doesn't perform very well, we can send him to the minor leagues next year. He's on our team. He's ours
Kept on the
then.
major league roster all year, and he's done absolutely that. So to return him now,
He
just wouldn't make a whole
100%
lot of
deserves a
sense.
chance at this team.
Certainly
Did he
great
really
since
swing it?
putting together that opening day roster? Wow, cutter up in the strike zone, shoulder high, and Nomar Mazzara swings and misses and strikes out. First strikeout for Tyler Anderson. We go to the third inning in Lakeland.
God
No
damn it.
score.
That
Tigers
even made the
Pittsburgh
radio
Pirates.
person go, oh, God. Why did shoulder high strike and he swings at it? Come on. It's a goddamn cutter. There's no way he thought it was fault. I don't know what he's... Ugh. Like, I can't even imagine swinging it. So hold on. That would look like this. It's a commercial break, so I'm muting the audio, of course. For the Pirates, it'll be Matthew Boyd will probably pitch the third. It'll be Walters, Stokes, and Newman. So it'll be what is that? 8-9-1. Oh, shoulder high swing, dude. You'd have to be like that fucking. What's he gonna do when he hits it? Just ground out listlessly to second base. Take this chains off. They got you chained up. Damn. Hashtag free Morgan. Hashtag no justice, no peace. You gotta start a riot, Morgan. You gotta take a picture of your chain and be like, "This tire did nothing wrong." You can get some wild ass shit started. Someone will show up and cut your tire chain off, and you get the hell out of there. You just need to know some anarchists, or buy some bolt cutters. You know, that's something you might need to think about. Don't know the legality of carrying those in one of your trucks, but it's a commercial break, by the way. It's a 0-0 game. It's about to be the top of the third. Oh, it's about to be. It's coming on. Some bolt cutters might be a good investment. Why do you have these? I don't know. Just because.
It's third inning, no score. Tigers in Pittsburgh.
Self-defense? I don't
Had to
know.
work a little bit harder
In case
than Tyler
somebody
Peterson
tries to steal
has,
my
but
shit, I can steal it back.
the leadoff triple by Cole Tucker last inning. He stranded him at third.
All right, came
Versus
back
at the
on
plate
anyway.
when He picked off the runner Jared Oliva at first base. That putout went 1-3-6. So Walters leads off here in the second inning. Takes a pitch outside. Lefty against lefty. 3 shift to the right against Wolters.
1-1 count.
Foul down the first base line. 238 career hitter, parts of 5 years, a regular 1 year, and then kind of split the catching duties.
But yeah, tonight will be fun. We'll be doing some GTA heists. Mainly, it'll be like the Flecka Bank heist.
The 1-1.
I'm not very far ranked up in GTA and we don't have enough people in me and my buddy's crew to do bigger heists. We need more PC players to join the party.
You would think with Spencer Turnbull now quarantining for.
We'll see if we can find any of
Usually
that
it's
while
about
we're
a
playing
week. We
tonight,
don't know the
and
exact
maybe we can get a
timetable.
4-man going.
Boyd almost surely
But we know we can do a mission at least.
Boy,
It makes about
slider,
$100,000. We split it
looked like
50-50.
Called third
So.
strike. The entire
Alex?
defense was ready for that ball to be thrown around the infield, including Matthew Boyd. But Joe West says it's 2-2.
Look at the squeeze on that second pitch. Look at what the squeeze job they're doing on Boyd today. Look at this.
Fastball low and away at 91. Didn't miss by much. But
What's up, Alex?
Long at bat. 41
3-2.
pitches to the first.
They're squeezing
2
Boyd.
innings for Boyd. Outfield shallow with that wind continuing to blow in a steady 15-20 from left field. Wolters taking his time. I mean, really taking his time. Digging in
Georgia
that
Highway
left-handed
Patrol took
batter's
my
box.
keys, changed my truck up. I can't. Damn! Until you get a permit or you lose
Now
40
he's ready.
pounds.
The 3-2, swinging a soft tap foul.
Foul ball.
Casey Mize started yesterday.
Are you just gonna
got
get a
roughed
permit?
up, so if you really do
For the extra
what
weight,
matters
or-
most in these spring starts, yes. Casey Mize has struggled this spring, but what the manager's comments mean more than anything in the pitcher's comments. 3-2, he got him. Beauty. Of
There
the
we
slider.
go.
Snapped it off at 79.
Should have
Boyd
never been that many
confidence in that
pitches because
pitch
Boyd
has
struck him
grown
out on the fucking third
inning
pitch
by
or the
inning
fourth
for
pitch of the
Boyd.
at bat. But there we go.
Called
2 down.
Third strike on the slider, his third strikeout, 1 swinging.
Dude, I mean,
Two
Boyd gets better as the
called
game goes. It's a
thirds.
weird thing about Boyd. He's as the game
Manager's
goes on
comments,
pitcher.
especially about a young pitcher, really do matter. And the
All right,
common
1 away.
theme
Here comes Stokes. I think
from
that
A.J.
says.
Hinch about
Yep,
Casey
Stokes.
Mize all spring,
Batting ninth.
and he really is.
Yeah,
know,
yep,
couple
yeah.
of
I'm
outings where he
waiting on
didn't
the
give up
construction
runs, but he
company to
walked
clear
3,
through
and then
all the
he's given up
states. They're giving me an
6
extra 1,000
runs and
pounds.
then
There you go.
5 runs in his last 2 starts.
They're probably just as annoyed as you
Seven
are,
innings
Morgan.
total
Trust me.
for a
They're probably
5 innings
madder than a
total.
motherfucker whoever only gave you X amount
His
of weight.
comments are generally quite positive. There's a pitch outside to Troy Stokes.
I don't know
Jr.
why I
on
know
ball
that,
and
but
1
I feel
strike.
like they're probably even like it's like who the
A.J.
fuck
Hinch said,
didn't
"I
give him
didn't
the
think
right weight?
Results matched the stuff yesterday. Again, the final line was ugly. 8 hits, 3 in the third.
Because they know what
5
the weight
runs, 2
is. Like they
runs.
know.
1-1 is
Not
off
dummies.
the plate inside.
Now you can smuggle
But
drugs
all
all you want,
spring
Morgan.
long,
Hell yeah. No, I'm just
A.J.
kidding.
Hinch has talked about the stuff.
Time to go pick up a little
that
order
you'll
for the
see
Mexican
from Casey
cartel.
Mize.
Tell them
That's
you can
probably
carry
the
about
most
500.
important thing to remember as a Tigers fan.
No, that's good money.
2-1.
500 pounds.
Swing and a miss. Good changeup down and away.
The joke, by
2
the way.
balls and 2 strikes. Because
Morgan's like, yeah,
you
that
think, wow,
was
is he
the
pitching his
plan.
way out of the rotation to start the year? I don't think there's any question the Tigers want him in the
Morgan's like,
rotation.
I only 42 pounds. What do you
that
mean
he
500?
probably will be in the rotation. 2-2, swinging a foul out of play. A.J. Hinch has talked
So it'll
about
be 2-2.
not just the velocity, and we saw
Trying to get to the second out of the inning here.
yesterday from Mize, but
Top of the third,
variety,
0-0
his
game.
ability to change speeds,
And Boyd struck him
movement,
out. There we
his
go.
pitches, 2-2. Oh boy, another slider freezes another batter. This time the righty Troy Stokes Jr.
Freaking Oral Roberts.
He's
Yeah, if you're
thrown
an
a
Ohio
ton
State
of
fan,
sliders
R.I.P.
Here today,
F in the
fourth
chat for
strikeout.
Ohio
First
State.
time through the order, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts for Boyd. His pitch counts at 54.
YMA.
But with all the technology, they really pay attention. The Tigers do.
58 pounds
Chris Vetter,
exactly.
Juan Nieves,
Pretty heavy.
A.J. Hinch, development.
It's pretty
staff.
cool to know that that's like how much
Pitch
you're
characteristics.
driving around, isn't it?
And let's see how
A
Casey
tenth of
Mize,
a
everything looks very
million
good.
pounds.
And so that is the most important thing.
You got to feel kind of like a
Tiger fans that
badass
see
right
those
now.
numbers, it doesn't look pretty for Casey Mize this
1-0.
But A.J. Hinch actually felt like
Newman
yesterday
up,
with
top
1
of the
walk, 5
order.
Strikeouts, there was some improvement.
Hopefully we get his ass
Continue to
out.
rave about his stuff. Newman swings
Come on,
and
Boyd.
slices one foul high and over the netting down
1-1.
the right field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. And also, since we were last on the air, Tarek Skubal. Wow. You can go to the Tigers website, tigers.com, and they put together little video packages. And they did one for his 6 strikeouts. That's a game you wish you'd been at, because on St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah, NFL
He
draft
was
is what, April
dynamite.
27th?
1-1. Way
Or April
inside with the slider
29th.
down
Let
and
me
in on
look. I know what
right-handed
day it
hitting
is.
Kevin
April
Newman.
29th. Yep.
He struck out 6 batters on
7
and
o'clock
those 6
probably is when it
strikeouts. There were
starts.
4 different pitches that got the third strike, some swinging, some
2-1.
taken. The 2-1, swinging a line drive down the left field line, hooking.
Fuck.
Fair ball, landed right on the line. Dies by the stands in shallow left, and over to field it is Grossman. Cruising into second is Kevin Newman.
2-out double
Two-out
there.
stand-up double
God
here
damn
in
it.
the
Just on a
third.
ball that stayed fair and hit the line.
Fastball just consistent.
Not much you can do on a ball like that. That's just unfortunate.
96, but the slider.
Lucky little piece of
He
hitting.
got Bryce Harper out on the slider. It was just absolutely nasty. And Tarek Skubal has just had a great spring. And in that same game, Julio Teheran, 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 hit, and no runs. And both of them certainly look like, especially with Teheran's track record, an off year last year, but 7 straight years of terrific performance with Atlanta. He's certainly making a strong bid for the rotation. Anthony Alford takes. What else? The slider on the back door for a called strike. Right-handed batter against the lefty. Tarek Skubal's charging toward that rotation. Turnbull was looking strong until now these COVID protocols. He cannot throw a bullpen. He can't be around camp at all until the quarantine ends. Swinging a little tap foul off the end of the bat. The bat splinters lengthwise. And Anthony Alford will have to get a new stick. He crushed the ball first time up. I mean, he hit it hard. High in the air to left. And if you don't hit it on a line to left field, it's not going to go anywhere. And his ball, as crushed as it was, ended up maybe 60, 70 feet beyond the infield dirt. It was crazy to watch Grossman in left take a step back and then race in. Man at second, 2 outs are in the third. No score. Tigers and Pittsburgh Pirates. The 0-2.
Damn, a Cubs pitching prospect was caught with
back ground ball to third, scooped up by Scope to his
should be the
left,
third
fires to
out.
first, and he didn't get him.
Oh, safe.
Wow, that is some serious speed down that first.
Damn,
base
Alford
line.
just
Right-handed
beat that out.
Batter. Scope charged
I
quickly.
got 6
to
hours
his left
left on my
Didn't
clock,
take
and then
much
I
time
have to
get
take an
rid of it,
8-hour
but maybe
rest.
one extra step.
And you're waiting, and you have to
Gunned
wait,
it over to
wasting
first.
it
He's got
like
that
waiting
strong
for some
arm, but
shit.
he did not get Anthony Alford. How about
Yeah, it's not on television today underwater. It's only radio.
so a routine ground ball
badly.
to third. That guy can fly.
So that'll put runners at first and third. Runner beats it out. So Alford,
Over
Alford
to
beats
third
it out.
goes
infield
Kevin
single.
Newman. And
So
some
Newman
more
and
work
Alford
now
at the
for
corners, and Evans up.
Boyd. His pitch count at 61 right now. It took
Top of the
Tarek
third for
Skubal with
Boyd.
3 walks.
0-0 game
He's a little
still.
upset at himself with the fastball command, but that's nitpicking.
Well, yeah,
His pitch count,
a,
though, was at 70 through 3.
Yeah, Cubs pitcher was
For
found
AJ
with
Hinch
21
and
pounds
Chris
of
Vedder,
meth in
Juan
his
Nieves,
bag.
That really is
What else was it?
the better
21 pounds
indicators.
of
You build
meth
toward the
and
regular
1.2
season.
pounds of
Curveball, 71
oxycodone.
miles an hour, drops in on Phillip
Ugh.
Evans for a called strike.
Prospect is
You're at 70, 80 pitches.
Jesus
They can
Camargo.
continue to build you up.
Margot.
But there's no question this April and building pitchers up in the early part of the year is going to be far, far
No, underwater.
different
It's
than a
not that
normal
it's
season.
it's not even
Side
that
out,
it's like
flip over
on
to
there. It's
first,
just there's nothing.
drive Alford
Yeah, I
with
don't
terrific
think either of the
speed back to the
teams
bag.
have any kind of thing going on. You know what I
It's
mean?
the
Like
big
I just don't think
thing
there's
for
TV
fans to
broadcast
remember, I
there.
think, going into this
There might be
season.
some weird
We've talked
camera
about it a lot, but
feed
it's weighing on
somewhere.
Every team. How you
Like
build
MLB
starters
film
up,
room,
What
like,
kind of workload are you projecting? And
I know
what
the Blue
kind of
Jays are
workload
pretty
will
good
your
about.
bullpen have
When
to
was
handle?
this? Let me look. I'll look at the
Strike
article.
one.
James.
Fastball, 91 on the inside corner
Recently,
for a
I
called strike.
think.
It has been largely off speed
Like a day or two ago.
for Matthew Boyd so far today.
Kind of sounds like it just happened. 2-2
Now
count
they got
runner.
another runner picked
or
off.
1-0-2 count.
They've got
Oh, they
Alford
picked
picked
him.
off between first and second, and now with Newman coming home, Cabrera
St.
will throw to
Patrick's Day.
Ramos, who throws to Scope, trying to score after the pickoff of Alford. So 2 innings in a row for Matthew Boyd, end with a pickoff
So
of a
it was
runner
on St.
at
Patty's
first,
Day.
and
He
you know
got
there's
fucked
one
driving all
guy
drunk, it sounds
who does
like.
not want the new
Yeah, I
rule
was just saying
changes.
if it was on
Matthew
Tuesday, someone
Boyd,
hijacked and throw it on a
terrific
YouTube
job
stream.
in consecutive innings.
Yeah, no
Out for a
problem,
pickoff,
Underwater.
and it's the
No
tag out
problem.
of
What's up,
Newman
Amir?
trying to come home from third.
Minor leaguer, yep, minor leaguer, who
Bottom of the
probably
third,
only would have
still
made
scoreless,
double A
same
at the
leg
best.
lift on the Detroit
All
Tigers
right, so
Radio
Boyd
Network.
gets out of that again, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third coming. They get another guy caught stealing. Boyd's ERA is down to 1.54 this spring. He's actually he's thrown 63 pitches, 38 for strikes. But yeah, normally you're right though, Underwater. Somebody usually throws it up on YouTube. And usually if it's on TV, I have a way you can watch it. I put a link in the pinned comment, so I don't hide links. It's just this is on radio, and I have MLB TV, so to even find I go out of my way to find like the TV links for everybody so they can watch it, but like buff streams, or it'll be Paredes, Grossman, and Jones. Paredes, Grossman, Jones. But I just paid for MLB TV. I was like, fuck it, I'll just pay for MLB TV. It's only it's literally like $20 a month. And it's wildly convenient. Like, I can listen to the radio broadcast. I can go back and watch games. I don't know. I don't have cable, so it is what it is. And I only would have cable to watch baseball. So in my head, I'm like, why wouldn't I just pay just to watch the Tigers? It's only like $20 a month.
Your family needs.
And when the regular season starts, I won't need to deal with it if I don't want to. I'll just watch streams.
Away from home. Put it in D and
So, commercial break anyway.
Michigan's Trex decking leader.
Commercial breaks are fun. Ooh, let me see something. All right, it'll be back on like 10 seconds. Nice outside. Yeah, I know it is.
This leads off for the Tigers.
There you go. Let me check something.
Really interested to see, counting down these last 11 games, how this young man starts to pick it up at the plate. You expect him to.
Yeah, that's why when the starters start getting pulled, I'm going to dip out on this
Tyler
game.
Anderson doesn't throw many of those, hangs high.
Paredes up.
So far
Paredes, Grossman, Jones.
Paredes.
8-9-1.
But such high hopes for him when he came up last year. He struggled.
We'll be doing a GTA stream later. That'll be fun. Fucking around online.
36 and finished strong. Cutter on the back door for a called strike, and then went to the winter leagues, hit 379, and it was a really consistent
Was it 1-1?
379 in the Mexican winter leagues. Fastball.
Oh yeah, Underwater.
Cutter.
It's not super necessary because I mean,
Mostly,
let me go.
there hasn't been many pitches fastball cutter so far for this left. He's got a very herky-jerky motion, kind of holds the glove by his left shoulder. Then he goes into his windup, and then there's a little hitch as he drives toward home plate. He'll turn, lift the right leg, and then a little hitch, and then he delivers the pitch. It's got to be a little bit distracting for opposing hitters. The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball softly to short. Nice big knee-high bounce for Tucker. Easy toss over to Moran. One up and one down. But you expect to see more from Isaac Paredes. We just haven't seen a lot this spring.
Name of the site is buffstreams.io.
Hard contact.
Underwater.
Have very, very high hopes,
right?
obviously,
when
for
the game's
Paredes.
on radio,
AJ Hinch has
they don't obviously work.
really not been shy about talking about how much he would like to see him on the opening day roster.
It's really good for streaming, for baseball, when it's on TV. Hideo Nomo had a really odd delivery. Is he from Korea or Japan? Saginaw is amazing. I've never had it.
Tyler Anderson, somebody you've never seen before.
Sunny
Some of the things
here
I look
in
at as I try
South
to
Central. Yeah, I'm in
make an
pretty much
evaluation
North
of what I'm
Central
about
in
to
Mount
watch
Pleasant.
today.
So 1-1.
He takes a fastball up and away. Always start with the strikeouts and walks.
So we have the same. Yeah, we're both in the middle of the
High
state
walk
then,
guy.
so it's pretty
Not gonna
similar.
work deep into games as a starter.
Except I'm not in a
Wanna make
fucking
sure he gets
valley
enough
like half
swing
the
and miss,
goddamn
and the
state is for
game
some
today,
reason.
You're gonna have to get a certain level of swing and miss. He's got 3 walks per 9, 8 strikeouts per 9. Those are both solid.
Anderson's still pitching for the
And you go,
Pirates.
what
He's
kind of
been
a
pretty good
pitcher
against
is
us
he?
so
Does he
far.
get a lot of ground balls. And he's kind of league average. gave up more fly balls and ground balls last year, but
And the numbers pumped
typically
up
gets
to about 20
an
for
average
the
number of
first
ground
like
balls, average number of fly balls,
20,
and
30
probably
minutes of
a few more
streaming was
line
brutal.
drives than you would want.
I got it. I got many things.
These are things you can find on.
In New England, we only get Mets
Fangraphs and
games on.
Baseball Reference.
Oh, damn, that's
The
brutal
1-2 to
underwater.
Robbie
Yeah,
Grossman.
you'll be able to get whatever
High
games you want there.
hooking Foul fly, plenty of distance, but well foul.
I think it'll be 2-1 or
Grossman
1-2.
5 for 28, 5
I'm
walks.
about
and a
4
home run
miles
this
from
spring.
Indiana, about 25 from
Then I
Ohio.
always
Oh,
look
okay,
at
so
on
you're closer. You're
Fangraphs
at the
their
border.
hard
Okay.
hit rate, which I think is one
Basically.
of the better metrics. They do it. They have a good system for figuring out hard hit rate, and I see a low hard hit.
You're closer to other states
The
than
1-2.
being actually in
Swing
Michigan.
and a miss. Robbie Grossman.
You're a
Chased
fake
the fastball low
Michigander.
and
Strike
away. That
3,
always
2 down
stands
here in the
out.
bottom
So
of
you
the
think,
third.
okay, here's a guy who gives up a lot of line drives.
James is a
What
minor.
opponents
He's
hit
Michigander in
against
name
him
only.
is something that you always look at, and understanding that he's been in Colorado, the league has hit him a little.
At least you
higher
get
average,
Patriots
a little more
games.
power than
Well,
you'd like to
everybody
see.
gets Patriots games underwater.
One of the
So
things that I'm sure the Pirates.
you're a
look at
Patriots
when they
fan. You
sign
found a
him,
good place to hang out. But I guess since you like fill it
Jacoby
up,
Jones
Pittsburgh
takes
sports,
back
I'm
to a
imagining you're a
curveball.
Steelers
Very
fan.
Soft contact
which is
against him. His
understandable.
hard hit rate against.
They're a pretty good team
I do
too.
think that matters. Is very low, way below league average. Jacoby Jones.
James is like,
swinging
yeah, I
and a miss.
kinda-
So this
I kinda
guy
like that
knows
joke.
how to induce.
Jacoby
soft
Jones is up,
contact.
and 2
Those are
strikes
just a
already.
few of the things you look at. Of course, you look at
Jacoby
the
Jones
righty,
spawned
lefty,
in with
does
2
not have a big
strikes.
Right-left split.
Motherfuckers,
The 0-2. Ground ball foul outside the
another
bag
foul.
at third.
0-2.
Pitcher coming from
So we're gonna
Colorado.
go
You
1,
think,
2,
well,
3
how much
here,
was he
probably
hurt by
here in the
pitching
bottom of the
Colorado?
third.
So you
Our
take
hitting
a
has
look
been
at his
tremendous
home
the
and
last
road
several games.
Splits, and you find out he was actually better in his home ballpark. And that's something that you'll see often. Pitchers learn how to pitch, even if they pitch in a hitter-friendly ballpark. Learn to pitch to their ballpark and turn it into home field advantage.
No, I know.
3-0-2.
They're a good 2-out team. They hit
Cutter
well with
misses a
2
little bit
outs.
low. I will say, not many pitchers in Colorado do that, but he has learned how to do that. Yankee pitchers have learned how to pitch at home, even though it's a very home run hitter-friendly ballpark. The 1-2, swinging a foul out of play. Let's pause for station identification.
We're not going
On
to
the
say
Detroit
anything,
Tigers
by
Radio
the way.
Network.
It's going to be dead silent. See, no radio identification there. I'm a Patriots fan. I'm happy with our team.
The wind-up and the 1-2 again, swing and a miss.
They don't show many Jets
Fastball
here
right
last
by
season. Hell
Jacoby
yeah.
Jones,
Fuck
and
the
that
Jets.
is 3 really
But hell yeah,
easy
underwater. I'm a
innings
big
for
Patriots
Tyler
fan, too, as you
Anderson
can
and
tell
the
by
Pirates.
the,
We played 3 in
flag
Detroit.
there and the hat.
Evan Petzold
All right.
of the Detroit Free Press.
We'll go to the bottom of the or top of the fourth. Neither team's done a goddamn thing. I don't think Boyd will come back out and pitch the fourth because he's already thrown almost 70 pitches. So we'll see what the move here is. I think for a period of time the Tigers led the AL team, led the AL with team slugging. Yeah, at the beginning of spring, and now I don't know what happened. It feels like the Tigers were better when the teams were playing more of their minor leaguers, and now that other teams are playing more of their starters, the Tigers have kind of fallen back as they're still playing their minor leaguers, which are basically their starters anyway. So, when other teams have to start, when their veterans get a little too old in the Tigers' age, they're going to be good. We just got to wait another year. And then everyone else is going to be old. We'll be the young team, unstoppable. Clearly, we have better young team than everybody else because when that was going on, we were winning. We were dominating teams. Now that we're starting to see teams more correct lineups, we're starting to kind of look more like the Tigers, I guess you could say. More like a team full of very young hitters. It'll be Evans, Moran, and Tucker. Evans, Moran, and Tucker do up in the top of the fourth. I have no idea if Boyd will be pitching anymore.
To your door.
For those concerned, I did get my RuneScape account back. They did agree that I was being scammed. Yeah, and if you're the whoever did that and you took my RuneScape account, they also told me they're gonna get you. Because what you did is technically considered bank fraud, pretending to be me by using your debit card, and then you were going to try and claim you were frauded. Yeah, they caught you. You used your own IP address. What kind of idiot, Andrew Ferrer, ANDREWFERRER. I would say the last 4 of your credit information, but I'm not a dick. Your card that expires on 1/23, your Visa. You stupid asshole.
Second, Phillip Evans with a ground ball
Oh.
double. So the last 3 innings have started with
They
a
got
triple.
you, stupid.
And there
Thanks
were
for the
2
free
outs, a
membership,
double
though, on
last inning, and
RuneScape.
now a
I
double
appreciate
lead
it.
off here in the 4th inning for Evans. A
He paid for my
ground ball in the
membership.
right
I have
side.
like 40 days of membership for free
Boyd is still on the
that he's
mound,
tried to
and
scam, so I get to
Petzold
keep
is
that.
still in the
Not my
booth.
fault.
So the pitch count was just
Thoughts on Patriots
over
going Cam next
60,
season? I think it's the right
63
move. Yeah, I think so.
through
I
three.
think
You
so
thought maybe
too.
he
It's
was
the right
gonna be
move.
done
I
after
agree
3.
100%.
They had Alexander up
Deserves
at one
another
point, so I
shot.
thought maybe
He didn't
play
play
out
as bad as the
Jason
numbers
Hubbard
indicate.
to
You
go
do
out
if
there.
you go look at adjusted passing, which
Skubal,
adjusts
remember,
for
went
bad
70
receivers.
the other day,
Cam
so
had a
you would think
typical
maybe
Cam
get to
season. A
low
little bad on
70s today.
touchdowns,
Talking
yeah.
about Boyd.
Right.
But again, that's more I think something to do with
Been
the situation
a
around him. He had
lot.
12 rushing,
Almost as
so it's
many
20 total.
sliders as
His just
fastballs
passing, a little down, but again,
for
that's
Matthew
more the
Boyd. Ground
Patriots
ball up the middle into
situation.
center field, the base hit that will easily score.
But, yeah, if
Evans.
you're right.
Colin Moran with a soft ground ball past
What the hell
Matthew
happened?
Boyd. Evans scores. And the
Did we give
Pirates
up a
take
double
1-0
and a? Oh
lead
wow,
here
okay.
in the 4th inning
We've
on
given
their
up the lead. All right.
sixth hit of the afternoon.
They spawned in with a double somehow.
It really looked like he was dialing.
We're
in
doing
that
extra
power
inning
weapon
rules
early,
right
couldn't get
to
the
start
backdoor
this
call to
with the
right
guy on
ease, and
second.
he just
So
started to dial in
Moran
second.
singles in a runner.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
misses
really
on that, but a lot
1-0.
of strikes, and that does damage too.
But yeah, if
So
he
saying
doesn't
earlier
do
was
well,
Spencer
I think
Turnbull
I still think
being
we should be in the
out
business of drafting a quarterback in the
He
second
was
round.
arguably on track to be
Like
the
a Kellen
opening day
Mond if
starter.
he's available.
Correct.
I think
Even if
that's
there's
the
no
move.
announcement, you can do the math.
I think it's very much the good
Figure out
move too.
which guy is on track, working every 5 days.
I think
toward
Kellen
the
Mond
April
would be a
1st.
beautiful replacement
he
for
is
Cam in
now
our offense.
out
I think he's a very
COVID
low-key,
protocols, probably
very
for a
good
week.
quarterback
That's
from
what we've seen with
Texas
others.
A&M, I
Jordan
believe.
Garcia, yeah.
And
I don't remember
Matthew
what Texas
Boyd
school.
would be
Tonight's
the
stream, we're gonna play
opposite.
GTA,
What do you
Morgan.
think?
Hell yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a. I don't
Soft
think-
ground ball foul.
No, yeah, I don't think there's a.
Oh,
you know,
well.
there's a scenario where you see a.
You get to see me get very frustrated trying to run a hacker
Julio
system thing.
Julio Tehran, if he makes the roster, or Jose Urania. I think it's really kind of comes down to Turnbull or Boyd, and it seems like now because of Turnbull's situation, we're going to see Boyd out there on opening day.
Heist.
So Boyd
Probably
started
heist.
today, then
I'm not in
Mitchell
any
would
role
start
play
next
service, so
Wednesday, and then maybe a shortened start on Sunday so that he can
role play
work
would be funny though.
on
I'd
3
have good
days
times
rest
with
on
that.
Opening day, something like that, or maybe pitch Saturday.
I figured
You
out
can't
I'd
get
ry to
4
just
days
be
of
a
rest in
homeless
between those next 2
hassler.
starts, right?
I'd just hassle
And still
people.
get 4 days of rest for opening
I'd be a
day.
bum. Ask for money. Go on random heists with
He
people.
has picked off 2
Have hilarious,
base
just
runners.
shitty
Think of the rule
weapons.
changes, Evan.
Like a pistol, an
When you see
SMG,
how
a
Matthew
baseball
Boyd
bat.
controls the running game, swinging a soft tap
I'll be
foul,
homeless as shit. No
why
shirt.
penalize him for developing a good move and figuring out a way to stop a
Yeah,
running game?
I'd have fun
You
with
think
that.
about
I'd
that. I mean, he's
ride
picked
around
off
on a
2
bike.
base runners here today,
Good times.
and he won't be able to do that
Right.
if they adopted the rule change that they are trying out of the minor leagues this year.
No, I mean he's looked good. That's one of the things.
2-2 count, by the
Boyd is
way.
He's able to control the running game, like you mentioned, because
We don't have. We
he's
won't have the
been around,
people,
he's seen a lot
and
of
I don't
things
think we
where
have
he's
the
sharp.
ranks yet. I'm only rank 11 right
you like
now.
to see, and yeah,
I
you
can't
don't
even.
take that away
I
from
have
a
to
guy
go
who
when
can
I'm
do
done
that,
doing this. I have
to
to
his
go play
advantage.
offline for a while or online
base runners going
in
back
public
toward the
lobbies so I
bag
can
as
get
he
to
was
level
delivering
12
a pitch, and that's
so
where
I
you
can
see a
host
lot of
heists by
lefties.
myself.
That ability
Because I think you have to be level 12 to host a
knock out
heist.
that bag. I'm not picturing that rule change. Well,
I
I
know.
know.
I know.
I have a 50-50 mix of feelings on whether it's going to be adopted in the major leagues.
Yeah, I don't have the
This
money to buy a
fastball
sub
up.
either.
Cole Tucker
I've only
on
got
the
430
2-2
grand
chased
right
by a
now.
fastball.
That's how I am with a lot.
Hey,
of
strike
too, though.
three,
You never
got a
really know
guy.
until it happens. It almost seems.
Yeah,
like,
I've only
right?
got. I've
Right?
only
And all of a sudden
accumulated
it's there.
430,000. I'm
Big
still kind of
penalty
new.
against lefties, but
I do have a
out for a
business and I do have a
they
nice
wanna
house
see guys
in the hills,
taking off, trying to steal bases more often.
and I have a warehouse.
Dustin Fowler steps to the plate.
Go buy a shark card.
Lefty on left.
How
He
much
took
is
a
20
call
what would
third on a
$20 give
fastball.
me?
First time up is Matthew.
How much money is
Peach
20
down
bucks
and
in
away.
that game?
First
Like
pitch,
20
curveball,
million?
swinging a tap.
If
right
it's
off
1
the
for 1,
glove.
I might do it. But if
Of
it's not 1 for
balls.
1, I don't want to get ripped off.
So with
'cause fuck
Spencer
that.
Turnbull, Evan, it does seem like he's going to
Think like
still
a
be in the
million?
rotation
Ah.
if he can come back. After
What's up,
a
Dre?
week,
How's it
say, of
going? A
quarantine.
million,
He's
dude?
going to be in the opening day rotation.
I can make
You
a
have to
million
catch
just
him
doing.
somewhere, right? I mean, he might not be able to.
Hell
do
yeah,
it
Dre. I could just
for
make a
sure, but
million
you can
doing shit
find
and
a market
just doing
chamber,
like the
fence,
lobby
whatever it
trick,
is, right? And
where
just
you
go
go
throw
into a
against
public
it. I'm
lobby
sure sure
if
he's
you're on
finding
computer,
something
you
to
open
do
up
to
Task
keep
Manager,
his
you
arm,
open
where
resource,
it
you go into
needs to be.
Performance,
So
press Open
he's
Resource
thinking in a
Monitor.
perfect world,
You
yeah, he's
suspend
able
the
to come back
process of
and
GTA
do good, but
5,
again,
count to
along
10,
with that,
resume
I'm
process,
assuming
and you get a
come
clean
back,
empty
you have to
lobby, and then
pass,
you run all your
certain tests
mission.
and
You
protocols
run
and
your
things like that.
gang setups,
We saw last year,
run
Daniel
some
Norris couldn't,
jewelry.
Daniel
Just
Norris
don't die,
basically
because
couldn't
if you
test that.
die,
test the way that he
the
wanted
lobby
to for-
fills up fast.
He kept
What
getting a
I'm
negative,
saying,
but
right,
he
then you
kept
gotta do it
getting
again.
Twice, yeah. So if something like that were to happen,
So I'll be doing
then
that for a
you're in
minute till
in a really
I got a
difficult
whole
situation.
warehouse to sell out. Just looked it up, 125. I might, I don't know.
Fastball
We'll
up,
see.
And then they had to quickly check on Ramos. He clearly took that one not just off the
One out,
glove,
by the
but
way.
off the mask. Matt Rankin
I think it's
came
a
out,
0-2
checked on him,
count.
Says he's okay. No balls and 2 strikes on Dustin
Yep.
Fowler.
2 counts, 1 out. 1-0.
Pitch count
Pirates
at
got to run
73.
in with a
Tyler
runner at
Alexander,
first.
well, he's ready. He's been throwing for 2 innings now. The 0-2 in the dirt.
Hot
Blocked
wings
by
to
Ramos.
Subway? Hell
Taking
yeah.
off for a second as Moran threw to second. And wow, way off target.
Steal second.
Thought they
Pens
had
finally
an
got a
easy
goal.
chance
Tie
to
off the
cut him
Devils
down.
1-1. Hell yeah.
Ramos actually got that ball and was doing
I'm a Tigers
360
fan, by the way,
spin when he was about
Underwater,
halfway
so I'm
to
not a big, I
second.
don't know much. I'm not a big hockey
Throw
guy.
was way to the
Personally.
right field side of second base.
Sidney Crosby
But,
still play for you
going back
guys?
to the Norris
Or did he
situation last
retire?
year and just kind of what that means for this year. It's just the
Last I knew,
unfortunate
he was
reality
the best
of
player
what
in
these
hockey.
managers
That's
have to
how
go
long
through.
ago I
What a
watched.
guy like AJ Hinch is going to have to figure out, because you can bank on, Turnbull.
That wasn't
coming
much of
back
a
and,
wild pitch. That was
right?
kind of a.
But what if he can't? What if that situation
That's
comes up?
2013, properly
And
spent.
then you kind of got to think on the fly.
Tigers shift 3 to the right on this lefty. Dustin Fowler, the 1-2 pitch. Fastball a little bit high. We mentioned earlier, Evan, that
$200,000 on
I thought
GTA.
one of the most, I don't know, that just hit me the other day when A.J. Hinch was talking about how.
No, he didn't overpay
guys up
anybody.
and how they're
You have to
very
consider
much
that
going
the
to be
salary
keeping
cap's
a
going to
close eye
balloon
on
in 2023 to like
starters,
230,
innings in
250.
April. Coming off the pandemic, he says, is different than anything.
The
anybody's
salary,
dealt
the
with.
NFL just did
Fowler
a
on
$110
first
billion
base, still
TV
2-2
deal.
on Fowler.
Oh, like the salary
He's
cap's
struck-
going to explode in
They are-
2023.
I mean,
It's going to go
starters are
like
not going to be
you're on an
deep into
ad.
games
Oh, for
across
sure.
the league in
like the
April.
salary cap in
And
the
you're
NFL is
putting
going to go
a
from
lot
like it
more
dropped a little
innings
this
on
year.
that
It'll go
bullpen.
right back up to about 200
And
million
this
next
all
year.
figures
It'll be
into
a
how
quick
many
reply.
guys are in the bullpen. Once those
and
off
then-
days disappear.
And then in
And
2023, I have
going to
no
add-
idea. It could jump high. I'm telling you, none of these
Really
deals that are being
interesting
signed are
discussion
bad
about roster
contracts because
makeup.
they all knew what this TV
Swinging
deal
a
means.
soft ground ball to first.
They doubled the TV money, basically.
Boyd, and they just
In a year-to-year
Dustin
basis,
Fowler
it's
over
doubled
third
the
goes Colin
TV. Dude,
Moran.
it's a
One up the
huge
Pirates win the
contract.
fourth. But it really, I mean, it affects
I think
so
that's
many
2
different
down.
things. And I think, of course, first off, of Akil Baddoo. I mean, there's no way Akil Baddoo, I think he's going to be on this team, but there's no way A.J. Hinch.
Yeah, not
in
your
that
proudest
scenario
moment.
where
Damn.
the bullpen's going to be relied on.
Well, I
for
mean,
him,
hey, you
can
were in the
carry 5
military
outfielders.
chilling.
Right.
There's just no way.
Right.
It's worth millions.
It's-
Yeah, I mean, every
you
contract's
look at-
going to be worth
I mean, you look
millions.
at it
No, the
from like
TV
a
deal's
lineup
worth billions
perspective,
with a
take
B.
the pitching out of it, and you have Nunez and
It
Paredes,
pays
you have to
$10
think
billion
about the other
a
two, but all the
season
factors
for
in
11
the
years
pitchers,
for a $110
once you go
billion
over the
total
pitching side
deal.
of things, if it's
Yeah,
just
no, the
one
NFL is
pitcher
making some
supporting
serious
pitchers that
goddamn
you
money on
carry,
this
it all
TV
just
deal.
becomes-
Right.
It's a big headache, and there's a lot to
Yeah,
figure
10
out
billion
here
a
in the last
season
next,
with
10,
a
11,
B.
12 days.
To start the year, you might be able to go with 13.
Just on
pitchers, but it
media.
Sure seems like you're going to need
Like they don't
by
need
the end
fans
of April.
anymore.
If
They don't
you're
act like
limiting your
they could
starters
literally
to
go
a lot
right
of
back to what they were last year with no fans and be right back at 200 million with the TV deal, even higher.
Casey Mizer or Tarek Skubal, if they make the rotation, all right, you're only going to throw
Go
three today. They don't want to do that. But they
Jose,
also
Allen, or
watch and
Bears,
monitor, and
QB.
They don't want to take away growth opportunities, right? So
Right.
it's difficult. It's tough to wrap your head around too because we've never seen anything like
Huh?
this before.
Right. There's a
MLB
foul
doesn't have a
play down the
salary
right
cap.
field
That's why,
line.
Dre.
Seems like the belief is, okay, the guys like Boyd have been in that
0-2, 2 outs here. 1-0, the
180
Pirates have already scored. I have no idea what you just said,
range. We
MLB.
can think about
You just
letting
said
that get back
Allen or
there,
Bears
but
QB.
nobody really knows.
Jose, Aja, go. I don't.
The 0-2 to Jared Oliva, swinging a ground ball softly to second base. Isak Perez.
Fucking clearly, what?
Miguel Cabrera.
What do you mean,
Oliva
MLB?
bounces
Like
out.
for what?
Double single combination
Do you,
to
do you
start
think
the inning.
Mitch is going to win the job or
It's a run
something?
for
Like,
the
do you think there's a
Pirates. Tigers bat at the
QB
bottom of the
competition in
fourth.
Buffalo?
They trail 1-0. Good day for Matthew Boyd.
Just curious.
Steve
Do you really
Ballmer,
think that
Detroit
there's?
Tigers baseball.
What do you mean or? What are you gonna? What are you taking, Mitch? You can have Mitch if you want him. I'll let you pick first if you're taking Mitch. There's nobody to what's the comparison? Why would they ever be compared? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, Dre. No, not even close. The MLB doesn't have more money. That's a stupid statement. The MLB's in debt. The MLB doesn't have that much money. Josh Allen. You just pick Josh Allen. That's the answer. That's not a choice. The choice is between those two people. It's not. I would rather not have a quarterback. Okay. What are you going to do then? Just lose games? MLB isn't the richest sport. They just don't have a salary cap, Ray. The NBA, I think, makes more goddamn money than the MLB. The MLB barely makes, I think it makes like a few $1 billion a year, dude. It doesn't make that kind of money. It just doesn't have a salary cap. So people think it has more money. No, it just, nobody's making $330 million over one season. Most of those guys sign like 15-year contracts when they sign $500 million contracts. So they're making like $18 million a season. Like you can't just look at the total money and not pay attention to the years. Because like I feel like people like are kind of stupid about that, and they just look at the total years and go, "That's how much money they're making every single season? That's crazy, dude. How are they able to make $390 million a season?" Like, no, that's the total over 20 years. So they're making like $10 million a season, if that.
Pittsburgh Pirates, joined by Evan Petzold of the Detroit Free Press.
I think the Cowboys
Really
made a mistake in letting
these
Dalton
Tiger
go
beat
and signing
writers who
Dak
are
to
down
big
here
money.
Helping out on these broadcasts.
Dak
Evan, we
sucked,
really
or
do
Dalton
appreciate
sucked. He threw 14
No, we enjoy
touchdowns
jumping on
last
with you,
year.
so.
Candelario takes a curveball strike. Now he swings and pops it up, slicing.
No, it
foul
wasn't a
down the
mistake
right
to
field
sign Dak.
line.
What do you mean? They were terrible.
Let's
They
talk about
literally
this
were
Tigers
shitty without
offense.
Dak.
And
And
I was
they didn't even
saying
go
before you came on,
500 with
Evan, You have to
Dalton.
remember that some regulars who are expected to be in
What
the
do you mean
opening day
underwater?
lineup,
What?
Scope and Mazzaro
You take
especially,
Dalton
and
over
not
Dak? Why?
many at-bats.
The
But you
Cowboys
have to
sucked
say,
fucking dick last year with
this
Dalton
offense
as the
has been
starter.
silent much
They
of the
didn't. They
spring.
couldn't. They
They've
like
scored
won 7 games, like
18,
6 or 7 games
11
last year.
runs
How?
in the last 7
Clearly,
games.
Dak not
It's
playing
been
last year was
quiet.
why they weren't a
0-2.
playoff team.
Fastball low.
Especially when you know the fucking contract, when you know the
What are some
salary
of your
cap's going
thoughts
up
as you
and
look
$40
at
million a year for a
everyday
quarterback won't
lineup
be
and what
anything
we've
in
seen
2
over the
years.
last week or so?
Well, a lot of strikeouts.
You'll be,
and
that'll
not a
be
lot of walks
middle.
lately.
That'll be
You
a
know, they
high
started off
average,
drawing a lot of
like
walks
a
early
little
in
bit
spring,
high
but
of the average.
That was a good sign.
What 35 will be
Well,
average
pop
for a
up into
quarterback.
shallow right over and in is Oliver to make the easy grab.
So you're paying Dak
toward the line.
40.
It's
Yeah,
been
that's
really
about what
nice
Dak's
that
worth.
ball
A little
down,
bit
one up,
above the
one
normal
down before.
quarterback.
And that's why you saw Robbie Grossman in the
You have to
leadoff
consider
and
that they're not
different
signing
things
this
like that,
deal
but
for
I don't
like
know. I mean,
right
I
this
think
season.
from
They're
an
signing it
offensive
because
standpoint, I mean,
everybody
you know
knows that TV
this
deal
team
is just
gonna
about to blow
struggle
it the
to
fuck
produce
out.
Runs, this year. They just
And
went
with
out and they got,
with
guys like
Dalton,
Wilson
they
Ramos,
weren't
right?
winning
And
games.
it'll help you
Dalton
produce
only
those
threw
runs, and
14
you bring back John
touchdowns
Scope,
somehow
that
last
helps,
year.
but they
Won
don't
a
really have
game.
that, slugger in the middle of the lineup. Maybe Nunez
That's
can
not
become that
good.
guy.
With
So I
all
think there's
them,
a lot of
with
pieces
all
that
those
they're trying to
weapons,
put
he threw
together to kinda
14
create a perfect
touchdowns.
offense. And
I
at
think
the
he
same time,
started
too,
what 13,
with
14
Jones
games.
and Candelario and Scope, but really Candelario. Those
What
guys,
12? Even if he played
you're
in
not facing
12
a
or
ton of
11, like
lefties,
that's not
you gotta get
good.
them in, so you're
I think it was
shuffling things
11
around
to be
and
honest.
guys
It
up
might
and
have been
down.
only
Yeah,
11
There's
games.
not really like a concrete order yet.
It wasn't it in
So
Dallas.
we'll see.
That
Maybe
wasn't
we'll
it.
see if maybe things spark once they
Maybe
have,
he does
a
something
little
good in
bit of,
Chicago,
a little bit of an order there, sort
but
of.
the
Changeup
nope
swing and
didn't
miss
work in
by
Dallas.
Scope, 1 ball and 1 strike. Yep. Nunez, another guy who's not gotten many at bats, does have a home run. Scope had a very good year, as we've talked about the power threat.
Dak will throw 30
for
plus
this lineup
touchdowns
especially.
like he does almost
Fastball
every
up
year,
and
though.
away.
I
Some
don't.
guys who have just kind of ordinary numbers but good power. They're valuable to this Tigers lineup. Like a Mazzara, he's never been really an above.
Why do you think
average
that?
hitter given his home ballpark? But for this lineup, if he hits 20 home runs from the left side, that's valuable.
Yep.
Fastball strike on the outside corner, 2-2 on Scope. Scope's not going to walk much, but that power threat adds a lot. So you're really counting on him to provide the power. I really don't know what to expect from Miguel Cabrera, fouled out of play.
That's what I was going to say. We're still waiting to see him, get going a little bit.
23, 22, 22,
harder hit ball,
30.
that's a good thing, but we haven't seen, the home run power or anything
Right.
like that yet. So
He,
waiting game.
The last
I mean, if you want to be serious,
big for Miguel, but is that
I think
something he
Dak
can
played like
maintain
3 games last
into
year,
2021?
and
Power finally was turning on some
Oh, yeah.
fastballs.
threw 9
Punishing
touchdowns, whereas like
mistakes, which
Dalton played in
we didn't
11
see really
and
for
threw
the previous
14.
month and a half.
You see the discrepancy there between?
3-2 to Jonathan Scope.
That's not. I don't even think that's fucking possible. That
That's a really nice changeup. You can see
maybe the
like,
Bears have a
nice
better
vision.
record, but I don't
Well, see, it's
necessarily think
unusual
that would be
pitch
because of
mix
the
for a
play of
starter.
Andy
Fastball,
Dalton.
cutter, changeup, but it
I
works
feel like
again.
that'd be because their
I think the biggest
defense
thing
is
with
doing
Scope
another
is they can
Chicago
limit those
defense
strikeouts a
thing.
little bit more, control the zone, try to draw a couple
I
more
mean, I'll
runs.
give you
I
that
think
it's
that
not to me
could be what
impossible the
takes
Bears have a
advantage
better
of it.
season than the
He's
Cowboys
old,
because of
an older
other
guy,
factors than
veteran
Andy
guy,
Dalton.
a guy that they like in the clubhouse.
But Dak will have a
he's
better
looking to go up
season
to
than
pay
Dalton
next,
without
next
barely
offseason,
trying.
You know, and a contender wants
I mean,
to pick him up.
There's weapons
you gotta
alone
walk.
in
Green Bay has
Dallas
gotta
compared to like maybe
Fastball
Allen
for a
Robinson's
strike.
going to get traded.
I would say for Scope, probably not.
Maybe Allen Robinson, who doesn't
Mazzara,
want to be
who
there.
has
That
shown
usually
that
works out well
ability
with the receiver.
earlier. Fly ball right field, deep, way back in
That's
right.
gone.
Oliva at the fence looking up, and it's gone, a home run.
Finally, Miguel Cabrera hits a
Well, it
home
felt
run.
like this swing was getting to where he wanted it to be. Miguel
Hey,
Cabrera
finally,
first to
Miggy
the
hit one
swing,
out.
Deep line
We were
out
here
his first
for it.
time up, and he just hit a bomb down the right field line on a day when the wind
Hey,
was
opposite
blowing
field,
in.
too. You got to love to hear
Easily
that.
carried the big wall on the right, and the
Tie it up
Tigers have tied
1-1
this
with
game
2
at
outs
1.
here in the
There we
top
go.
of the bottom of the
Shows
fourth,
up.
actually.
You know, I think that's the thing about Miguel. I mean, you leave a fastball over the middle, and you know
We'll
he's
see how
gonna
Dak
drive
goes.
it. He's
We'll
gonna-
see.
he's gonna
You're
take
right,
it.
though. You'll see. We'll see underwater.
the
We'll
other
see how
way.
everything
I think
plays out
that's
with the Dak
that's
and the
impressive
Cowboys.
about him is just
Dak,
his ability
the Cowboys'
to
big problem is
step up
defense.
and do that,
So we'll
but
see.
I
But their
think the biggest
offense
thing for him
last
is
year was
consistency.
pretty
You know, Can
bad.
we see that consistently?
But
Can we see that power consistently? And you know,
Cowboys
every
were
year it's
fucked
the same
last year.
narrative of the
Dak
body
going down
shape
just
looks
fucked
good.
their whole season for some
Is
reason.
it going to pay off this year?
I've
He
never
has been
seen a
running
team
here.
more
Last year, I do
self-implode.
think was different because of the hard work he'd put in. He did look different. I would say this year, he's kind of.
No, I understand why you would think that, Dre, and it's very easy to see that and go, how the hell? Baseball has
He
very
worked very hard at
big
being able
contracts
to
for
show
very
AJ
long
Hinch
years
he can
for
play
like
first base.
because of the
AJ
fact that
doesn't have to
like
worry about him on
they
the
can
field.
just there's no
He's out
salary cap in
so
this
far,
game.
he's
Like it's
moving
just luxury
terrific, I think,
tax.
over by
Football
the-
needs to be able to do that. Hell yeah, Kenny. It was
I
great.
think it helps. Like that, get a chance to play
Whereas
a little bit
football,
of
if they did that, we would
I
see
just think
contracts
it's
like that in
tremendous. I
football
really
too.
do.
Probably quarterbacks will be
High
signing
fly
10-year
ball,
big deal,
shallow
more
left
Mahomes
center as the
style.
wind kills this one.
And that'll be the third out.
It's a soft.
Castro flies out to end the inning. I'll mute it because it's a commercial break. We'll see Walters, Stokes, and Newman due up in the top of the fifth. Walters, Stokes, Newman, top 5. Yeah, so far so good. This game 1-1. I'm gonna do like 6 or 7 innings and then get out of here. I'll probably do 6 innings of this game, and then I'm gonna get out of here for the later half because there's stuff I have to do this afternoon still. Plus, it's like criminally nice outside, and I kind of want to go do shit before it starts to break at like 4 o'clock and get kind of cold. You know, I'm sure most of you are aware if you live in Michigan, it's like really nice. Michigan's about to play basketball. Who's Michigan playing? Old guy? Oh, one of our old players. Oh, okay, I got you. Gotta see if Dak has lost any footwork ability after getting his leg snapped. Yeah, that's something I want to see with Dak too. One of the no, I won't be doing any Astro stuff. What's up, Weapon? Mainly just Tigers. It's still a commercial break. Let me make sure it is. Yeah, it still is. The fortunate thing with Dak Prescott's ankle break is nothing got hurt. Like there's 2 types of ankle breaks. There's bad ones where you tear ligaments and shit. Like you know what I'm talking about. And the kind Dak had where it's considered it looks nasty, but like it was clean. Nothing other than a break. So Dak Prescott had like a very lucky ankle break. As dramatic as it looked bad. It looked nasty. It heals right up. It's just broken bone on that end. But yeah, I do want to see if he loses any kind of confidence, a little bit of mobility. I do think a little bit of that's going to go away underwater. I wonder speed, how it's impacted. But yeah, Tyler Alexander's in the pitch now. All right, it'll be on about 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Almost impossible to get one out to left today. I suppose you could if you hit it on a.
Like I said, we'll go through the 6th
right,
inning, and then probably I'm going to dip out through the 7, 8, 9
Miguel
because
Cabrera home run was
that'll be the
crushed
backups that I don't
down
care
the
to
right
watch.
field line, and these are the good
Troy
signs
Stokes.
you're looking for as he has
Walters
really
and
started to
Alexander
tune his
now.
swing up. Driving the ball with authority the opposite way, a good sign. Line out.
It's kind of like the Jalen Waddle ankle break, but a little less severe than the Jalen Waddle ankle break, where as long as you really don't snap any goddamn ligaments, you're pretty well healed in like 4 or 5 months. And I think Dak can already is almost cleared for full like activities. As funny as that sounds, I think he's allowed to work out. No contact, obviously. There's no way he's cleared for any kind of physical getting hit yet. But I think he can work out with full weight, like no weight restrictions. He can run with no restrictions. Like I'm pretty sure he's already. Like Burrow's already working out again. Like he's healing fast. Burrow's a freak of nature, by the way. I think he's gonna miss no time from his knee injury. Think about it. That's a fast ACL comeback.
Easy field and flip.
And that'll be the first out of the inning. So 1 out here. Now Stokes is up. Former Tiger, as Kenny pointed out. So that's good to hear. Hopefully the fucking Bengals do the right thing and get Burrow more linemen. They're starting to. Little worried that they're not going to draft Sewell because they think the Jets might. But they can still at 5 take Kyle Pitts, which is a good move for them. If they can't get Sewell, they should hold their 5 pick and grab fucking Kyle Pitts. Just take him. That is a great move for Cincinnati, and I think that's what they're going to do.
But I do think it's significant as we're joined by
I was talking about Levante David. The Bucs wasn't saying all this when they didn't have Brady. Yeah, I know the Bucs are beating their chest a little bit, but hey, you know what?
They're at with him. They want to try.
I don't know. Their defense has always been kind of loudmouthed and talked a lot of shit. I will give Devin White and Levante David a little bit of a pass. Those guys were kind of talking shit like before Brady showed up.
Troy Stokes Jr. Soft little ground ball out.
Sounds like 2 down.
If you can't, if he's not competitive out of the bullpen. Then you're in a really tough spot.
This game is going by very fast right now, too, by the way. It's an hour and 20 minutes into it.
He knows that he's
and we're about to be done with the top of the 5th, which is crazy speed.
Out of each start, but it's a struggle right now for him.
If we get through the 6th inning and we're not like 2 hours or so into the stream, I'll probably just keep going. I'll at least let this go 2 hours.
That's what happens when you have the knee surgery and when you have the.
If it's not 2 hours, like Jesus.
You don't have the same stuff.
Kevin Newman takes a strike. Do you think
there's
that 2-week window
more
until mid-April the Tigers can send him to the minor leagues without his consent, right?
Correct.
He doesn't have to agree to it.
Correct.
I mean, would it be the worst thing in the world to say, hey, we know that you're trying to – it's basically not learning a new way to pitch, but he is having to pitch differently. I don't think do you think it'd be the worst thing in the world if he, hey, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you back to the major leagues in the rotation. Best thing for you at this point in your career is to go to Toledo.
No, I don't think that's. I think that'd be smart. I think that'd be wise to do. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I think it'd be wise to be, to go to him and tell him that.
0-2 is low and in. It's not a demotion. It's, hey, we're trying to get you back on track
to
be a force in the rotation.
And AJ would deliver that in the right way. I mean, he would get his point across and make sure Michael knows where he's at.
Fulmer. Yeah, dude, Fulmer's in a weird spot.
Stretch, middle of the rubber, 1-1 tie. We're in the 5th.
Fulmer needs, probably to go to AAA for a little bit because he doesn't have that velocity anymore. Base hit.
But at this point, I just don't see Michael Fulmer in the rotation. I mean, for me, I got Turnbull, Boyd, Urania, Skubal, Mize, and Tehran as my 6.
Yep.
Once they move to a 6-man, but I just don't see Fulmer in that mix. I guess maybe if you don't think that Casey Mize is ready, but I think they like the idea of keeping him around Chris Vetter and keeping him in that big league clubhouse. So then you're in a tough spot where if you want to keep Mize in there and you're going to pick up Tehran's tab, Fulmer's got to go somewhere.
Right, and given what we've seen in terms of let's face it, been pretty hittable this spring. And on a day when he wasn't giving up hard contact, he just
poor Isaiah Wilson. That dude needs to get his shit together.
Anthony Alford at the plate.
Not poor dude. I don't know what he's doing.
For a cold
maybe he doesn't care about football. Maybe it's like a Johnny Manziel thing. Maybe he just don't care about playing football. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Made for this role.
Same here, Dre. I don't think so either. Unless we get some kind of crazy fucking good offer. Watch, we're going to say that. We're going to trade him for a fucking tackle or something, or for fucking a backup running back. And we're both going to be like, well, that sucks.
AJ Hinch has certainly dropped hints all spring long that they love the pitch characteristics. They love what they see in terms of stuff from Casey Mize.
Yeah, and going back to Fulmer, though, I don't think you can move him to the bullpen. I think maybe right now you could say that's up in the air, but if you move him to the bullpen and you keep Baddoo,
that's a tough go. We'll pick that up when we come back. Swing and a miss.
And
Alford
that'll be
strikes
the
out.
end of the top of the
And a
fifth.
good
Alford
inning for
strikes out. I'll unmute it when the game pops back on. It'll be Ramos, Mazzara, and Paredes. Ramos, Mazzara, Paredes in the bottom of the fifth. Can't believe this game's almost in the latter half of the innings, and we're not even an hour and a half into it. Oh, gotta stretch. Oh man. But yeah, so far so good. 1-1 game. Nobody's done anything. It's been a lot of good pitching. You know, good defense, good pitching in this game so far. Even though the Tigers, the error the Tigers have, I believe, is a wild pitch. So,
protocols are
or a pass ball of some sort that the catcher fucked up on, or a bad throw somebody made. It was something to do with the catcher. I don't remember. Commercial break, though.
lasers.
You're not a LeVar Ball fan? Why? He's got all his kids. LeVar Ball is a visionary. He got both his kids in the NBA. And Jello might be on another team soon. Yeah, LaMelo's really good, actually, isn't he?
Fuel points for prices that are
It's commercial break still. Hey, I was looking up the most QB rushing yards and TDs. And Cam Newton's number 2, about to pass Mike Vick. Yep. Hell yeah, Dre. Yeah, next season he's expected to pass Vic's numbers. Yeah.
Rated Sportsbook app.
That's why I say until Lamar passes Vic's numbers and Cam's gonna be the best rushing quarterback in game's history. Arguably. You can compare Vic and Cam anyway. Isn't Lonzo more the distributor, like an assist guy? What's up, Christian?
Leads off fifth inning, 1-1 tie.
There we go.
Pittsburgh Pirates, glad to have you along on a cool
Ramos, Mazzara, Paredes here in the bottom.
blustery day.
Big
In
baller
Lakewood,
brand, triple
Florida.
B,
It's
baby.
Gonna be what, mid-50s, I think. In
I think he's their agent, though, or something
60s
like that, Morgan.
tomorrow in Michigan. Hey, we'll take that for opening day. Wilson Ramos takes a strike. Fifth inning brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
He's just trying to help him make
Ramos,
good
Mazzara,
decisions.
Paredes
I don't know.
to face Tyler Anderson, who's really cruised to the first 4 innings. Fly ball left field on a normal day. That's out. Going back is Fowler, and he'll make the catch. Oh, my. Wilson Ramos. Just
All
a
right,
home
normal
run.
day home run, but it
goes
got
in the
caught.
books as a fly out to left because Fowler made the catch.
Oh, yeah,
side
he's
of
the
one.
best running
He
quarterback
just
in NFL
crushed
history,
that
in my
ball,
opinion,
and the
Dre.
wind knocked it
Regarding,
down as it
I don't know,
has
LeVar's
all
just
day
looking out for his kids,
long.
man, trying to do them
Ball
good.
to left. What do you think? Halfway up.
He hasn't
the
really
field?
let any of them
Oh, yeah.
astray or
Normal
fucked him
day.
over. And it seems like when Lonzo bucked a little, he backed off
Speaking of
quite a bit.
temperatures back in Michigan, an opening day, and we're less than 2 weeks away from.
Or at least not. He's not. I don't
know.
know. He doesn't seem as aggressive about Lonzo anymore.
Governor Whitmer has allowed, in consultation with public health officials, and I know.
No, he wants them to
long
stay at
discussions
the Hornets. No, that he wants his kids to go to the Hornets now. No, it's a whole
20%
different
capacity
angle.
That is such
No.
great
Nope.
news. That's 8,000.
He wants his
plus
kids to go to a bad team,
on
all
opening
to
day,
go to one bad team to
1,200
make them a
to be
good team.
precise, and
He thought it was going to be like
I
the
know down
Phoenix
here,
or
it's only
Arizona.
2,000.
But I think he's going to just do it in he's going to do his thing in New Orleans now. I think that's the spot.
Yeah, and 20% is going to be a much different atmosphere than just a little bit less than 3%, right?
Right.
So
I think that's the plan.
Strike
Or
to
the
Nomar
Charlotte Hornets,
Mazzara,
or
the Pirates.
I think they're going to
Pirates
try and do
blocked
something
with
over there. Whatever
broadcaster.
fucking team the Hornets
Radio
are.
and TV
I forgot they're not New
broadcasters.
Orleans. They're Charlotte.
Aiming for 50%. 50%.
Wow.
They're going to start at 20. But Pennsylvania is looking at the possibility of increasing that.
The
to
oldest is Lonzo.
50% in April, early in the year. And I mention that because for me the big thing is I believe 20.
I'm pretty sure the Jello will get in the NBA if his game improves. No one cares that he stole some sunglasses, dude. If you think they care, he shoplifted a pair of sunglasses in the NBA.
Down here in the fifth inning.
Half the fucking league
Then
wouldn't
the
be in the
question
league
becomes,
if they
how do you
cared
then
about petty
increase
criminal
from
charges when they were
20%?
18 and 17.
And
They don't give a fuck about any of
like
that.
at,
dude.
like at, like at what point do you know that it's okay to go
Right.
up to 30,
Nonsense
and then at
thing
what
to
point
say
is it
that's why
okay
he's
to go
not in the
40?
NBA
People
because he
aren't spaced out
shoplifted when he
6
was
feet apart, but maybe
17.
it's 3 feet apart.
What?
Again,
You really think that's what's
outdoors is
keeping him
where
out of the
he wants
NBA? Is he
to be
shoplifted?
and properly masked up and
Or is it the fact that
he's
he's not that good at basketball right now?
Shrink the distance, given what we know about what's happened in outdoor events, and so that the Pittsburgh Pirates get to 50%, they certainly will.
What's that say about his game?
For many other teams across the league, Isak Paredes.
Shoplifting isn't gonna, dude. There are guys with like domestic assault charges in the league, like violent charges in the league.
Radio Network.
They let Ron Artest come back into the league, and he had to change his whole name to Metal World Peace because he beat the shit out of fans. Like, this league really is pretty forgiving about silly shit, especially stealing a pair of sunglasses. They won't even. That's whatever. That's the same thing as like getting arrested for being drunk in public in college. You know what I mean? Like, someone asks, "Hey, what'd you get? You got a drunk in public? What's this?" "Oh, I was in whatever." What happened here? "Oh, I stole some sunglasses."
Pop up into shallow center.
Why?
Makes the catch in shallow center field for out number
I was
3.
being an idiot. I was a
Connor
fucking
Anderson just
dumbass.
cruised through 5 innings, give up.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Yep. That's not like a character flaw, I would say. It's just being stupid. Evans, Moran, and Tucker. Shouldn't have did it. Yeah, it was a bad look. You shouldn't shoplift. But I don't think that's why he's not in the NBA. I'm pretty sure he's just not that good. If Dylan Carlson hits well like spring training for Cards, then we have a pretty good lineup with Nolan, Goldschmidt. You think Carlson's making the team? I know he's your guys' like top prospect. Because they just released that top prospect list this morning, early this morning, this afternoon. I think he was in the top 10. Dylan Carlson. He might be top 15. But I know he's in the top 30. 100% top 30 if I remember right. But I believe he's like the only one you guys had up there. But that's still cool you have a top prospect. That's the way I look at it. As long as your team has some, it's fun. Somebody from the Cowboys got caught stealing a pair of Draws boxers from a department store from Smith. Was it Randall Gregory? Randy Gregory. There is no more forgiving league than the NFL, though. You can just about do anything in the NFL, and
that's right.
I guess you can't really beat up women anymore. Most of the league is starting to sour on the women beating.
Are limited.
Pittsburgh game today? Yeah, it's top of the 6. No, he's not. He's actually a good assister. He's a good distributor. His little brother. What do you mean? Complete dog shit? Really? He's never. He can't. He doesn't average like 15 a game and several like almost 10 assists a game. Really? They don't just let people in the league because he's Steph Curry's. Dude, you have a weird idea of how sports work, Morgan. You do realize just because someone's brother, they're not going to make a pro sports league. That's a really weird way to look at it. You have to like make the teams. You don't just get let on the teams because, well, your older brother's in the league, so welcome to the league. Come on in. What? That's not how sports work, dude. No, Steph Curry makes the team. Steph Curry's brother makes the teams that he makes. They don't just get to be on the team because his brother's Steph Curry, and that's how things are in this league. What? They don't care, dude. If you think character is as big a deal as you think it is,
Tiger shift on Colin Moran.
Like, if you think that, like,
I mean.
Non-violent petty crime is a big deal to anybody in the NBA, you're kind of stupid, dude. I'm sorry, but like if you actually believe any of these people care about petty crimes that are non-violent, I don't know what to like. That's a dumb view. Like they don't care. Zero fucks are given about that situation. That never is. They don't care. Zero scouts care about that.
5-3.
This is like the same thing as getting caught. You know when Baker Mayfield ran from the cops and tried to fight him? They don't even care about that shit because he was drunk. No lead. They don't care about like stupid shit like that because that's a stupid shit. It's not like it's an indicative that he's gonna be a jewel thief. He's gonna rob people when he gets the chance. He's gonna get some guns and fucking go out on the Sunset Strip and start taking people's fucking wallets. He stole some sunglasses from a designer store. If you think that's why he's not in the league, I don't really. There'd be lots of less people in this fucking league if you think that's what's keeping him out of the league. That small of a crime. That victimless of a crime.
And yeah, he doesn't just want to be back in the rotation, Dan. He wants to be back to being that 1, 2, 3 in a rotation, and that's where
there'd be nobody in this league. Like the league would be bad. It'd be bankrupt. There'd be no one in it.
92 over those 4 innings and get strikeouts up in the zone.
Pittsburgh Pirates game day. Yeah,
that says more to me than the numbers.
Russell Wilson isn't going to be traded. That's why, Dre.
It's a new
what do you mean they messed up? They didn't mess up any trade. What trade would they signed Andy Dalton and they thought Russell Wilson was available for trade when he wasn't. As I've said here on this channel since the Russell Wilson rumor started, there is a 0% chance that they trade Russell Wilson. Zero. They will fire Pete Carroll before they get rid of Russell Wilson. And then the Bears went and offered the craziest fucking package I've ever heard offered for a 12-year quarterback, almost a 10-year quarterback. It was multiple firsts, multiple seconds, third-round picks. Players were involved. They threw in Khalil Mack, 2 firsts, multiple seconds. You do realize how big of a deal they offered to. If Seattle was going to trade Russell Wilson,
conversation with you because it's a really interesting topic because of what he could.
They were going to trade for him. And no, LeAngelo was never the best brother at one point. Nobody ever thought that. Jello was the joke brother that nobody thought was going to be that good. Lonzo was. What do you mean? It's always been about LaMelo. Nobody's ever thought Jello's the best of the ball. No, except LeVar thinks that. Nobody ever thinks LeAngelo Ball is the best of the Ball brothers. It's always been about the youngest one. Everybody's like, yeah, that young one's going to be the shits when he gets older. Jello wasn't even a starter at UCLA when he went there. He was a bench player as a freshman. Lonzo was at least able to start for UCLA. Can't wait for that home with Baker Mayfield commercials when cops show up to Brown Stadium for domestic assault. Violence call. Yeah, seems like Baker's all right. Morgan, I don't know where you're getting this. Do you really think the NBA cares about shoplifting like that? Do you really think they care that hard? What are you trying to say? If you shoplift, the NBA doesn't want you? Do you really think that? I mean, I could bring up the criminal charges of some guys who go number in the top 10s. Have 4 of them have weed distribution charges and actual criminal charges against them. No, Melo didn't go to college. He didn't need to. There was zero need for him to go to college. He didn't need to. And he still went in the top 5. That's how fucking good Melo is. And that's how obviously good Melo was going to be. They don't care where he played. They'd have took him out of fucking playing in the backyard where they drafted him. If he if he would have left Chino Hills and never played in any other leagues and just played backyard basketball with Jello, he's still going from the backyard basketball league. He would have went number 2 or 3 wherever he went. Dude, the kid's good. He's really good. Jello needed to have a good college year to actually get drafted, and he didn't. He stole that shit and fucked his career up. I will say, did he steal that shit and ruin his career? Yeah, because he didn't get to play college ball, and now no one takes him seriously, and when he gets tryouts, he doesn't do that well. But he's gotten him out. The number of tryouts this kid has gotten tells me that he's not very good at the professional level. It's just not translating. Whether it be because he missed a crucial year of college development. His brother didn't play college ball, didn't play high school ball really. He just kind of played random international ball.
Compensate and make sure that he wasn't
Grossman, Jones, Candelario.
Dropping, and that was what he worked on this offseason. Never had surgery, right?
No.
But
I don't know.
Performance last year was
to me, I've kind of had that family pegged as Lonzo's a good pass distributor. That middle one ain't worth a shit, and the youngest one can shoot like a motherfucker, and his kind of can pass like his brother.
Can we go get this checked out? And Julio says, no, I'm good. I think I'm
the middle one might be a good coach one day, probably.
Well, after the season,
because he probably gets the game better than most people. 0-1 for Grossman. 1-1 game, bottom of the sixth. Literally nothing has happened since we completely stopped talking about the game. I do apologize for that.
Let's just go. I'm not scared. Let's go check. And lo and behold, there's.
But yeah, no, Russell Wilson, there was a 0% chance he'd get traded. And if he was going to be traded, they would have took the offer the Bears gave him. The Bears just offered Chicago, or the Seattle.
Robbie Grossman, and hit, I think, the ball boy down the right field line, and Laz Diaz raises his arms. So Robbie Grossman has struck out his
wild,
first time, rips a
wild, like it was what, like 2 firsts, Khalil Mack a second, I think 2 seconds.
Required, and he could build the strength back up.
It's pretty crazy what the fucking Bears offer for Russ, which is fair. That's what Russ is worth it. But Seattle's like, yeah, we're literally not interested in trading him. We appreciate the offer. We kind of know what he's worth.
No, you are, but at the same time, it's because
but like
you're trying to avoid pain, but
no,
when you drop it, there's not as much
not
pain,
for
so
sale.
you're almost just
We really like Russell Wilson here in Seattle. We don't see the need to trade old Russ. We're going to build him an O-line.
Jacoby Jones hits a slicing fly to right toward the corner.
I feel you on that, Morgan. I don't disagree.
That was easily going to be
I don't know how to feel about LeVar because he's a good dad, and he's clearly just trying to do what's best for his kid, in my opinion. But I think sometimes he gets a little misguided. Apparently Grossman doubled. But sometimes he's a little overbearing. I do agree. I think at the end of the day, what's up, Aberdeen? But I do think at the end of the day, LeVar is just trying to do what's best.
At 88, 89 last year, and now he's up, sitting 92.
And I think
touch 93, 94. We saw him a couple times,
The only one that it feels like it's hurting anymore is Jello. But I feel like half the reason Jello's still getting shots in the league is because of LeVar. So it's kind of like, well,
affecting his velocity.
I think he said once he gets all 3 of them in the league, he's done trying so hard. But he still got to push because he wants to go and become run a weird development league now or something. I don't know. He's got another plan.
And he said he was ticked off because it wasn't heavy weights. He was doing.
I think he's going to become like a youth coach director or some shit like that after he gets them all in there.
Try to figure out. How can
I'll be honest, like whatever program he put his goddamn kids on, it worked. He got 2 out of 3 in the NBA. And the third one had chances.
And the spin rate jumped immediately.
That's goddamn impressive. You gotta admit, that's very impressive for one single dude to be like, I'm gonna get all my kids in the NBA.
That work had paid off.
I got 2 out of 3. That's pretty good.
Again, signed him to a deal where he's betting on himself. Slider in the dirt from Rodriguez.
Especially when you were a below-average athlete like LeVar was,
bounces
apparently.
2-2 on Jacoby Jones. Rodriguez forgot his jersey.
I don't know. I guess LeVar kind of almost made it to the Jets, so it's not like he's a piss-poor athlete.
Is wearing
1-2 count, by the way, with no outs, runner at second.
From the minor league camp, number 80.
Grossman.
For Richard Rodriguez.
Hopefully Jones. If Jones gets a single, we'll take the lead here. And then in the 7th inning, I might dip out with us winning.
3 years.
Just be like, oh, we win.
High strikeouts. Jacoby swings and fouls it out of play.
Another foul. So 1-2 it stays.
So Tehran, I mean, somebody's going to have to sit for the first couple of weeks. And you would think it's either going to be, well, really could be almost anybody, right? In terms of Tehran. I don't picture it being Tehran because of how well he's pitching. Maybe Urania or Mize out of the bullpen until they go to a 6-man rotation.
Well, we should know soon what they're going to do, or at least, understand the framework of that.
Fly ball right center. That was crushed, and the wind will knock that down. Fielded by Oliva on the track, cruising over to third.
Grossman advances, so good job to move him up.
The game it is indeed. Pinch running forward.
I don't think LeVar ever made it to the NFL. I think he was cut in the camps. What's Bitcoin at today, Fish?
Sure. If he makes a team, he gets
Don.
$3 million.
We got a runner in scoring position now, and Candelario.
Great, you're betting on yourself to make the roster, but he also has an
AAU and youth camps. I think that's what he wants to do because I mean, to be fair to LeVar, he does. There is something there. Like he did get 2 fucking kids in the NBA, and LaMelo is really fucking good. So there's something there. There's
on the Tigers to make a move, which
he's maybe not as direct as
rotation. He wouldn't want
to. He'd probably be a good coach. That's all I have to say. It seems like he would know. He knows how to coach anyway. Nunez is up. They're pulling guys. Son of a bitch.
So we should know soon in terms of how they're going.
Nunez is in. See, this is why I don't want to watch the 7th. They're going to start pulling dudes left and right. Nunez is in.
Strike on the outside corner. Yeah, you would think the Tigers. That's a no.
What's up, Kevion?
Right.
But the whole
I'm hoping
makeup of the
Bitcoin gets there. I
rotation,
want to see a bunch of
one
people
goes
become
with 6
millionaires
man,
off
given the
Bitcoin, like
limited
real
innings.
millionaires. And just remember me,
Feel like the
you
bullpen has
Bitcoin
to
millionaires
be
that
an
I've always
8-man
been
bullpen
supporting you.
to strike one. Infield in.
Hell yeah, Morgan. I'm glad you got your shit going, man. We'll be doing GTA later today, buddy, if you want to stop by once you're all stopped
At
up.
the plate, Bats does have a home run. He's going to
Have a safe drive, man. Drive safe.
to make this
Caveat, the
opening day
Patriots
roster.
don't need anybody. We're good, buddy. There's nothing to be mad about if you're a
Probably enough
Patriots
room to
fan.
have both Nunez
1-1. What are you mad? What are you mad about, dude?
Seems to be the
We've
consensus.
constructed one of the best defenses this team might have ever had.
And Badu and 8 guys in the boat, right? I mean, that's,
Miles
that's how it
Killebrew is
though.
headed to the Steelers
Fly
on a
ball
one-year
center
deal.
field. He hit that hard, but the wind's going to knock
That
it
sucks.
down over and in is Alfred. And then, and the wind knocked it down. He
Oh, he
didn't
dropped
get
it.
Badu trots in. And
The wind
Nunez
fucked it
running
up.
hard, gets down to
Badu
second
scores.
base. He
Nunez
just
gets to
didn't
second.
read the wind.
Tigers
And
take a
that ball
2-1 lead.
died. And as he came in
Grrrr.
and dove for the ball, he couldn't make the catch. So Nunez.
That's
gets
the noise
credit
when you
for
go to a
more
Tigers
you
game
would
when they
think,
score a
but
run.
do the
There's a
pitch runner
tiger that
scores,
goes
the Tigers take a
that
2-1
growls.
lead
It
here
goes
in the 6th.
roar like some shit like that.
Boy, another good example of what the
I
wind
practice the noise it
doing
makes
to a bat
consistently.
ball.
I'm not very good at it right now. I'm getting better.
Going back to the Badu situation.
Yeah, we
there's
got
no
we have
way
10
that-
draft picks. We have the
first of all, I
second
think he
most
makes this
behind
team because he's done
Minnesota, who has
everything
like
he could have
13 or
hoped for,
10
right?
or 12.
I mean, why would you have taken him if you say, well,
Yeah,
you did
yeah. If you're a
everything
Patriots
we
fan,
wanted,
we're doing quite
but
well
we're
in the
gonna
world.
return you to the 20s. Why did you even draft him then?
You don't take him without the understanding that there is a chance that he's going to be on your team. Right?
That's
That's-
pretty good.
Otherwise, that's just silly.
Poor performance, you return
Little
him,
Rock,
of course.
Little
Off the
Rock,
charts
Arkansas.
performance and flashing the tools,
Arkansas,
so then you think,
rather.
okay, he's not gonna
I
hit
used to
400
call it
in the major leagues, but
Arkansas
he can
when I
certainly
first came to
handle
the
200
to the
plate
Americas.
appearances or whatever that number might be.
Oh, you're gonna call a home run?
There's
Hell
no
yeah,
way
that'd be
the
nice.
Tigers are going to carry 5 outfielders.
We'll draft a
I
wide
mean,
receiver. Yabba
I
dabba
know
do.
that they are resisting the idea. Of,
Tigers
Reyes
home
would
run.
be the logical one to go
Roar!
It's not going to be
Oh,
bizarre
yeah.
because he already has, he has his service time
Roar!
deal
Right.
where they'd have to get his permission. So
Roar!
it's not
Fastball
going to
That's
high.
a scary tiger,
So-
dude. That's an eating
And
tiger.
It's not any knock on Reyes, but it's 5
One out here,
outfielders
runner at
if you're
second,
carrying
scope up to
14
bat.
pitchers. You just can't do it. That means you've got your bench is a 3-man bench, and you've got to catch
1,400 hits a count. How much for the Tiger in left field?
Can't do that.
Yeah, right.
And if you have a
1,400 hits a
bench,
count.
it's
How much
2
to get
outfielders,
Kenny Galladay on the
backup
Patriots
catcher,
now?
and then a super utility guy like Nico
I'll
Goodwin
personally
can
pay for
play all
Galladay
over.
on the
And I
Patriots.
just don't think AJ Hinch.
1,400? I got you.
Comfortable with that arrangement.
You make a good point too, though. Just with you mentioned Nico Goodrum right there. just
As the
being super,
opposing
super
team, how
utility. You
pissed
worry
would that
about
roar
maybe
piss you off?
pulling Reyes
Oh, dude,
back.
if a team had a
Doesn't
roar
get
that,
the
like,
ball
and that was what
that's
they
valuable.
played every
But
time
have
we,
a guy like Nico
they
Goodrum
scored. You know how pissed off I'd be? They just put like a picture of some
And if
ugly
you go with
ginger
4
dude, and he goes,
outfielders, now you've got
"Garrarr,"
flexibility to carry it.
and then they turn it off, and the crowd goes ballistic for it. I'd be like, oh, I fucking hate that thing. Whatever the fuck that is, I do not enjoy that.
Or if you wanna
We
carry Paredes
cannot
and
let
wanna
that
get
ever
maybe a
happen
little
again.
bubble, we
Every
can
time you get a
use-
run,
so
I
to
just
say, you
I pop up.
Check him out for 2, 3, 4 weeks, however long you want to get eyes
Exactly.
on him. And too,
Yeah, that'd be
at
so
some
fucking.
point in the
That'd be
season,
so. I'd be
maybe
hitting
Jacoby
people.
Jones needs to go down, or maybe
But see,
there's
every
an
time you
injury
hit
again,
somebody,
whatever
they
it is
do
that
it
you
too.
can-
So it's just
you can bring
you'd
up
be in a
Victor Reyes.
personal hell that you can't escape.
I mean,
It's
Victor
a
Reyes is
rage-inducing
nice
hell
piece,
that
but
only gets
he
worse
did
as you get
regress at
more
the plate
anger.
last year. There's a pitch up and away. Power dropped a
Yeah,
little,
dude, in like a
off the silver
scary
ball.
homemade Tony the Tiger costume, like a furry
Well, he
Tony
just-
the Tiger costume.
his
So
on
it's
base is
just
gonna
off.
depend on his
It's
batting
just like
average.
very
So usually
upsetting
not a
all the
good
way
way to
around.
go.
Full count, by the
Corner
way,
outfielder needs to
for
provide
scope.
some power, and he doesn't provide that. I'm not knocking Victor Reyes. I'm just saying it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get a look at Akil Baddoo to send him down. It doesn't seem like to AAA.
Not even in a
Slice
homemade.
and
It's just
drive,
like a
foul
furry
up the right
costume
field
for a
line.
tiger.
It doesn't.
So
seem
it's
like
just
the
just
Tigers are
more
going to
awful
do
and
that,
more
yet I just
upsetting.
keep going back to the fact I can't picture an opening day roster with 5 outfielders who only play the outfield.
Strike them out.
Difficult. It is.
No, wait, no, we're batting. Hit
How
the
do you
ball.
manage that? How do you manage that?
I forgot we're batting right now.
You don't I have no idea how you manage that. And I think AJ.
My
Hinch
bad.
might
We need
have
a
better
we need a
on
hit
that, too.
here.
I think these are conversations that obviously they're having every single day. But I do always get back to that. Soft ground ball to the middle of the infield. Newman,
Runner will get to
second,
third.
Shortstop will field and flip over to first for the second out of the inning.
Did the runner go to
Nunez
third?
up Third as Scope
Yep. Okay.
finishes.
Two down, runner over to third.
His day, 0 for 3, couple of
Let's try and get
bounces,
that third
strike,
run
doesn't
across the
press
plate
the
here.
swing
We're gonna get the
through.
third run
Don't
across
really
the
worry too
plate.
much.
Like I
Now
said,
it
I
feels
will
like
do as
AJ
much of this
was
game as I
bit
can, but
did
they're
say
putting
he
in
has a split
backups.
squad,
I
so
told
he
you in
can
the
more
seventh
at-bats.
inning they'll
It
have
feels
all
like he's a
backups
little
in.
bit anxious,
But
if you will, about some of the guys he's counting on are not gotten many.
Yeah, 1,400 hits a count. How much
Yeah,
to
I
let
think that's part
me
of it. I
be the
think,
Tiger?
like,
I'll
for
be new
example, those
Pause.
guys where you'd like to see
I
him
will pay
playing,
you to be
more often and
Pause.
getting more at bats. If there was the opportunity for split spots, he wouldn't have to come in, as a pinch hitter.
Pirates outfield
he
woes
could
in
come
spring
he could
training
start the
continues.
game,
Well, to
play
be
out.
fair, underwater,
So
it's
just
the
to see
wind's
as
blowing
much
like
pitching as
in
possible.
today, so it's pushing
11
balls
games
forward
left
and
with
all
today,
over.
so they can maybe get scoped.
Mike, I figured out. Apparently, he
30
picked 2
at-bats
because like it's
plus by the
his
end.
family has a number of 20,
Ideally, your regulars
and
have
they
50
can't
plate
obviously you can't wear
appearances,
20.
somewhere in that range.
So he it has something to do with that. He always liked the number 2. It's close. I don't know.
1-0 swing and a miss.
Oh, I'm gonna do 2 hours. Like I
Listen to
said, I'll
Nico
make sure I do
yesterday.
2
He
hours
had
for this game.
all of us, and he really sounds like it's all about for him his offense.
No, I'd write the story about him picking number 2 to spite the Eagles and
I thought that was interesting
and
because-
Jalen Hurts because that's
I know
awesome that they both
he
wear
needs
number
to hit
2.
enough, but clearly AJ values him for his
His
position
replacement, and he
flexibility
picks number 2
talent
in the Colts.
defensively, swing and a miss.
That's
I
cold-blooded.
think that
That's
was,
funny as shit.
Nico Goodrum saying, "We all know I can play."
Yeah, if
defense."
you haven't heard, by the way,
Everybody
Carson
knows he
Wentz
can play
picked number
defense,
2
though,
as
and I
his
think
New
there's
Jersey
a chance
number,
that
and that is the
offense
same
has to
number
come
that
once this
Jalen
game is
Hurts
league,
wears
and
in
it's
Philadelphia.
as strong as you
Don't
can be
it's one of
defensively.
those things where if you really
It's
don't
always
think
kinda
about it,
that
you're like,
thing
who
where you
cares?
can't hit
But
to
you're
a
like,
certain
oh, wait a
level.
minute,
It
that's the
becomes
guy that
like,
replaced him, and he picked the
For 1-2.
same number as him.
Fastball out
A little
the
weird,
side.
right? What's up,
92
Daniel?
mile-an-hour fastball, and
That's
they
it's not exactly like crazy, but it's a little weird. A little weird to pick 2 specifically.
From the left side. It's that simple.
Could have picked
And it
lots
sounds
of
like
other
Nico
numbers,
still
10.
wants to
Probably
really
19
take the
would have
big
worked
swing
if you
from
wanted
the
as
left
close
side
to
and drive
20
the
as
ball
you
from
could
the left
get.
side.
1 is always a
Didn't
fun
sound too
number.
concerned about the swing and miss. It didn't seem like it.
Double 0 is cool.
The 2-2. Swinging a pop-up. The wind is going to take this one over by third base. Evans will have room and make the catch. Evan Petzel. thank you
third
so
out of the
much
inning.
for joining us in the middle inning.
Exactly, Kenny. Wow.
Thank you very much.
I just
we'll
wowed
do it
too.
again. All right.
Good stuff today.
7, 8, 9.
We
Do
played
up.
6.
Or well, I don't know who's due up for the Pirates. We're probably only gonna watch a little bit more of this game anyway because I'm kind of getting tired of it. It's fucking as Henry said or as Don said, this game kind of boring. Yeah. Fowler, Oliva, and Walters. Fowler, goofy last name, and Walters. Oliva. But yeah, we'll do the 7th inning. Like I said, I'll go 2 hours today, however long this game lasts for. However long 2 hours goes for in this game. But I'm not doing the fucking bullshit ass 3 hours of whatever the hell the end of this game is gonna look like. One pitching change, I'm dipping. Like literally, it'll be like, oh, we're gonna do a pitching change. I'm out. No, you ain't. Don't do it. Because it's commercial break right now, by the way.
Big online lenders.
See.
Plus, they're right in your community and can shop multiple.
Oh, they're right in your
lenders to
community. Pedophiles. You got to shoot them. Don't do that because you'll probably go to jail actually somehow. Isn't that crazy?
Every family has.
We need Galladay. We can't afford Kenny Galladay. Besides, he's going to be a Giant, Raven, Bear, or Bengal. The only team I was a little off on him joining, I think I thought he was going to join the Dolphins. I thought they'd be more in, but apparently they're not. So, and that was replaced by the Bengals. So far, and the Bears are a weird one. That I didn't expect. The Bears are a completely left field team.
I'm attorney Mark.
But I mean, he's from Chicago, so that makes sense. He's like from Illinois, so that totally is. Totally makes sense that he may want to go home. Like the Bears are probably very dangerous to Chicago. The Ravens too. The Ravens are a dangerous team to get him. If the Ravens get him, that was my initial thought was he was 100% going to be a Raven. But and that's scary. I think the Ravens would win the Super Bowl with Galladay.
RV dealer.
They'd finally have
Service and
Lamar a
parts, I
real
think,
receiver,
again,
and I
sold
don't
to
want
the
to think
Detroit
about how
Free
good he
Press.
could be.
That was a terrific story after sitting down with Julio Teheran, worth reading
That
in
is
the Free
fucking
Press from
art.
Evan. But Julio Teheran, you kind of had the feeling once the Tigers signed him could be a big piece in the Tigers' rotation, given his durability and consistency with Atlanta 2013 to 2019. And with the changes that he's made, strengthening that right shoulder, he does look like a different pitcher, and he's clearly going to be in the rotation, you would think, come opening day. Dustin Fowler takes a strike from the new pitcher, Joey Menez. Now he swings at an 0-1 and pops it up third base side over toward
Sounds like it'll be the first out.
track is We've got some new infielders. Let's set the infield defense for you. That's Zach Short, who just made the catch at third. So Short at third. Derek Hill, who has already been reassigned to the minor league camp, is back. He's in center. Badu is in left. So let's set the outfield. Badu in left, Hill in center, Reyes in right. Short at third. Harold Castro at short. Greg Garcia at second and Goodrum at first. Goodrum's played a really good first base position that he doesn't get a lot of chance, a lot of reps at. Played very well at first this spring. Strike one, swing and a miss. We were talking with Evan Petzold about Nico Goodrum, and I tell you, A.J. Hinch thinks the world of this young man in terms of his ability to play all over. He's been so impressed. Jimenez on the mound, the 0-2, in the dirt, so impressed with his ability to move around, and you can't take reps at every position.
Oh, is it? Oh, no, it's Joe Jimenez. Oh, Jesus. With his 7.36 ERA. Yeah, I know, Aberdeen. That's terrible.
But A.J. Hinch, I mean, there aren't...
Yeah, that 30 mil is excluding lots of signings, Kevion. Yeah, we're more like at like 6, 7, and we kind of have to be a little careful with that.
Any of those 7 positions. That's a
unless they're just crazy low. I don't know. 1-2.
To make, as A.J. Hinch says,
one out in the inning.
Function. The 1-2.
No, we don't. Kevion. We have other guys that we've signed that haven't been announced yet. The terms
this spring.
Of their deals.
Got a little bigger break.
We don't have 30 million left. We have maybe like 10. Yeah, at the very most.
Rough spring
2-2
for Joe Jimenez.
We are done getting players unless we trade Stefan Gilmore for them.
The 2-2s.
2 down. Strike him out.
That was a good live fastball.
Hey, there we go, Joe.
Up in the strike zone.
There we go,
miles an hour.
Joe.
Pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
And then we'd have to trade for somebody that's like cheaper than Gilmore per year, so Gallup makes sense. I think Gallup's still only about $2.4 million per year, so trading for him would, what is that, like a $5.6 million increase by getting him?
2 up and 2 down. Very good pitching today. Matthew Boyd.
Walters up, strike 1.
He threw a lot of pitches in the early innings. He was averaging 20 pitches an inning, but he went 4.
I guess I'll do the 7th,
right 80.
because it's looking like we'll get through the 7th. I'll at least do the bottom of the 7th too.
Lot with his slider, little pop up into shallow center, going out as Harold Castro and make the easy grab, and that's the
7th. Wow, look at Joe Jimenez, so inspirational. Look at Joe Jimenez, man, so inspirational. 1, 2, 3, they go. Literally the best inning. It is so frustrating because like he does that sometimes, and like that was beautiful. Why the fuck can't he do that all the time, dude? This guy, if he could just do that, 9 pitches, 7 strikes. Joe Jimenez, ladies and gentlemen. God, we have the most inconsistently like talented players I've ever seen. Like Joe, that's Joe Jimenez. That's really what Joe Jimenez. It's not on Fox Sports Detroit. It's on the radio. Yeah, we talked about that. It was 21 pounds of meth and 1.2 pounds of codeine were also in there. Harold Castro, Grayson Griner, and Victor Reyes. Like I said, it's all backups. I'll do the bottom of the 7th, but I'm gonna be done after this. We'll watch the last at bat. I don't want to watch the backups play. Yeah, that's insanity. They need to pay minor league players a little better so they don't fucking. But I don't know. I feel like that's not even a good argument. I feel like that was just a bad decision. The cartel. No, it's cartel related. 100% cartel. Oh yeah, he's from Mexico. He went and got it from somebody in Sinaloa, Mexico, which is, I mean, he was gonna get $500 to drop it off in Denver.
And we're ready. Are you?
Tigers are done with spring training on April or like March, the end of March. April 1st is the beginning of our regular season, April 1st. It's a commercial break right now, though, as you can hear. They're talking about PointsBet. Got to mute it for about 10 more seconds. We took Gilmore off the trade block. Yeah, I told you. Well, I told you I had sources. I have sources. Yeah, I know. Kevion, he never was on the trade block. Wait, what channel is game? Fox Sports for opening day. FSD. What other channel would they be opening day on? Yeah, Fox Sports.
Lakeland, Florida.
What channel do you think, Motor City? What?
1-0 lead with a double single combination.
What channel do you think they're going to be on? This game?
Very well
the radio? 97 won the ticket. You live in Michigan, so it's on the ticket, dude. Like, grab your...
In the second inning,
I think if you have like a phone app with radio, it works. It's really weird. No, not televised. Nah, they kept this off the TV today for whatever reason. Because nobody cares to watch the Pirates and Tigers. It'll be chasing Shreve, except Tigers and Pirates fans. You know, they don't care about us. Oh no, you're good, Motor City. Yeah. Oh nope. You're good. Yeah, not this game. I missed it.
For the Pittsburgh Pirates, we'll
April and D gonna hit different on Bally Sports. Yeah, I can't wait. Bally Sports Yeah, it's not Fox Sports anymore. It's Bally Sports. And you know why they did that, right? So people don't associate Fox Sports Detroit or Fox Sports Network with Fox News, like the conservative news company. We're not gonna get into politics or anything, but you know that's why they're doing that, right? Is because they don't want people to be turned off from watching a Fox Sports. Because of you know, it's the thing that, because it goes like this, right? There's Fox, and they sold everything but the news and their sports rights off to Disney. So Fox still owns their sports and their news, and I think they're calling it Bally Sports now, just because they don't want people to associate the two together, which is fine because they're really different. The guys who run the news and the guys who run their sports. Fox Sports is a great company. They do very well with their sports. I love everything they've done with the presentation of sports. Their announcers are good. They hire good people. Fox does.
Veteran catcher, not much.
I'm not a conservative person, so I don't really care for Fox News. But like, they're good at news. They're entertaining as shit. I mean, dude, they got good funny shit. I mean, there's a reason their views are fucking sky high. Obviously, it's because it's the only thing they got. But the Fox knows what it's doing, but it's also smart they decided to separate them.
Last year with the Mets, he's been a reliever his entire career.
So there's no politics invoked from it. Just so everyone goes, oh yeah, that's not. It's Bally. That's not Fox. So that way, you know.
10.5 per 9 in his.
Just fuck it. Remove the politics. You know what I mean? Just remove any association with politics. That's a good idea by Fox, the company, to do that.
Over the Tigers dugout.
And they'll come up with some bullshit reason as to why they're naming it Bally Sports. But the real reason we all know is it'd be like a CNN fucking had a sports network that they hosted. They changed that motherfucker to or MSNBC.
Probably because it was hit on the line, might have banged off the wall or one.
1 and 2.
Shy of the warning track when Fowler made the
one out here for
was a
who's
hint
up?
Of what was to come as he drilled one
damn
down
it, is
the
it Garneau?
right
Yeah, Garneau's up.
The big wall,
Ugh.
15-foot wall on the right for a home run to
Michigan's
tie the
game's
game
on. Oh shit! Does anybody need a link to the Michigan game?
Scooped up by
what channel's that on, Kenny? So I know what channel to go look up.
But
anybody need a stream for the Michigan game?
Let's get some of these defensive
I'll hook you up.
For you.
I mean, like, what station is that? CBS? CBS is the station? Thank you, Kenny.
Third baseman thought that was still Evans.
If anybody wants, I can pull up a link for you, and I'll have the fucking Michigan game. I know how you people like Michigan.
Well, it's number 84 who's not on the track.
It's rebounded by Gilliam.
Yep, that's the game. Okay.
Took the lead last inning.
I'll spam that in before I leave, so that way you guys can have a copy of the Michigan game that's on.
On a fly ball to right, and then scored.
Yeah, Kenny rules, dude.
Fly ball that was misplayed by Alfred in center field, and turned into a double. Victor Reyes first at bat.
Reyes is up 2 down here in the inning.
Foul right at home plate.
Let me.
1 ball and 1 strike. Sun breaking through the clouds here in Lakeland, Florida on a cool, breezy day.
I appreciate everyone who's come out, and we have the 16. 16 likes. I appreciate that. We can almost get it to 20. Do you think we can get it to 20, or do you think 16 is about as high as it's getting?
Ball for Shreve, foul straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
There we go. That's for the Michigan game if you're looking for it.
Nathan Martin, as we mentioned, is at first.
Can we hit 20 likes? I don't fucking
Hunter
care.
Owen is the new third baseman.
We're at
Owen
16.
third.
Nah, 16 likes is
Arrowhead
good
short.
enough. This video
Victor
didn't get
Reyes
as many
swings
views
it.
as a normal.
Pops it into shallow right center. Long run for Alford, and he will make the catch at a dead sprint into right center.
That'll end the inning.
That time he didn't let the wind fool him and knocked that ball down, and he was on it. Reyes soft.
Well, we're close. We're at 19 likes, so that's pretty sweet. We're at night, so we got to 19. That's pretty good. We'll hit 20. I appreciate that, guys. That's really awesome. Hell yeah. I consider that's close enough anyway. To me, that's pretty much hitting the goal, so I'm happy with that. But guys, for the most part, that's pretty much the game. We got 20. Hell yeah, there we go. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, thank you guys. Hell yeah, we hit the goal. So, there's not really much left to this game. It's gonna be all backups striking out to some decent pitchers. I dropped the link for the Michigan game, guys, but I want to go outside and like do shit. It's already 3 o'clock, and I probably only got like 2 hours left before it starts getting chilly again. So I'm probably gonna go play like a round of disc golf or something, or at least just go shoot my discs for a while at like a long hole or something. Cause I gotta go do some physical shit. I'm fucking pent up. Yeah. I don't know so much about the Tigers myself, to be honest. Like I have optimism for the Tigers, and I think we're gonna have a fun season. There's a lot of upside for the Tigers coming because we're a young team with a lot of guys who are on the cusp. But it could be a long summer for us as well. If the guys take a step back, then we're in for a long one too. We're very prospect dependent on development. But all right, guys, that's pretty much gonna be it. Oh yeah, we're getting out of here at the right time. Buck Farmer's coming in. Oh Jesus Christ, he has it. Look at his ERA. If you thought Joe Jimenez he's pitched a lot and he's got a 21.6 ERA, by the way. Holy shit, Buck, that is awful. What is he even doing, dude? How do you have a 21 ERA with more than one appearance, dude? It's like Jesus, Buck. You have like 8 innings pitched and it's that high. That's not even like doable anymore. All right. Just think about that. He has more than an inning pitched, and that's his ERA, which is crazy. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming by. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the dislikes. We didn't get any dislikes. Thank you guys on that. Very, very cool. Yeah, we'll be live tonight for some GTA. We'll be doing some heists, or not heists, but we'll be doing heists tonight. We'll be doing some heists. I'm still looking around for roleplay servers, so we'll see if I can eventually find one. If you know any, let me know, and I'll join it and try and get myself streaming on it. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. I will see you later this evening, or if not, tomorrow for the Tigers and Phillies. Yep, we're getting closer to the regular season. Let's go. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day. Go Patriots. Go Lions. Go Tigers. And go enjoy some of the day outside if you can. It's really nice out there. Peace out. Thank you. Have a good one.